All right, list should be in the bot chat. I just threw them in the friggin' chat for anybody who wants to check those out. And let's just do this thing. Let's just get on into it. All right, what's up, chat? How's it going? Get those hypes in chat, everybody, because we are live with round 3 of the Webway GT. I'm going to have to reset our score sheet here momentarily, but don't worry, I'll do that. Worry not yourself. We got Ian Power here, a community member who is part of the Discord and plays pretty often over on the T5S2 events. Versus across the table, Paul Woodman playing Dark Angels with a full Deathwing army. I think where the only non-Deathwing is maybe one Ravenwing Apothecary, but tons of these beige bony boys.
Are your vehicles separate units or one unit?
Gonna be fighting against some classic Hail of Doom Aeldari. Just get the score sheet in here real quick, so I'll leave you at the players' mics as we do that.
Pretty decent for Oath. I will tell you, I will suicide them at you. So. All right. If you ever want to know what my fate die are, I'm just gonna track them with these big fat purple die here.
Okay. Yeah. Yep. Okay. This is what it is. Yep.
All right. What are you picking?
Banners. What's your first one?
Strangle.
Yep.
I'm just taking Strangle, no prisoners, and retrieve Knockman.
Oh. Strangle, no prisoners, and Knockman.
Yes, sir.
All right. I got Banners, Stubborn Defiance, and Grind Them Down.
Absolutely.
And I won the deployment. You picked.
All right. I'll deploy first.
You battle ready, bro?
Yeah. I think so.
I'm kidding.
Oh. You don't have any forward deploy, correct?
Huh?
You don't have any forward deploy, correct?
No.
Okay. Well,
Reserves?
I'm gonna 1 CP reserve my small squad of Dire Avengers, Webway Strike, so they can come in anywhere.
Okay.
Hey, there it is.
Are you inside of your dice or outside of your dice where your deployment zone is?
Inside.
Okay. 9 inches, Scorpions.
All right, deployment begins. Look at these guys go. Right up the table there in the front.
Have a party.
You
Good
delete
stuff.
the bugs.
What's up, everybody in chat?
Okay. I'm combat squatting everything.
Thanks for coming and hanging out with me. We can run down the list right quick here as players deploy their armies. We got their secondary objectives input. Guess I should just make sure how many command points they start with. Dark Angels at 9.
Not run down, but I guess.
Eldar at
The Dire Avengers.
probably 7.
Cool. There you go.
10.
All right. Let's just go ahead and stick some Rangers over here. All my Rangers have wire wave nets, so the first time it charges them, -2 to charge, T3 mortal wounds on a 2 level.
Should definitely be less than 10, I think.
Deployed as well.
Yeah, I have 4 forward deploys.
Eat bolt gun. Hell yeah, chat. I think we're at 9
Familiar with the
plus.
Like what?
like Eldritch Storm?
Yes.
Forewarned.
Yep.
I think we're just at 9 for Eldar.
On a 4-up if they die.
Yep.
Oh, no. -2. Yeah, 7. I nailed it. It's always 7 for Hail of Doom.
You don't have any sniping besides the Rangers, though?
Good stuff. All right.
No, I do not.
So I'll go ahead and run down through some armies. As the players go ahead and drop all of their units. So we do have Eldar top right over here on Death and Zeal. Bottom left, we have Paul Woodman playing his Dark Angels, Deathwing focused. Let's take a quick look at the list. So Paul here playing, I think, a pretty classic build of Deathwing, but I know personally Paul has been playing this particular army and iterating on it for the last, I want to say like a year. He's been really grinding on this Deathwing build, and I think it's showing as he's doing better and better in events. We have a Deathwing, a Vanguard detachment coming out of Deathwing, so we do get objective secured on all those Terminator units. We have Ezekiel in that one. Get that +1 to cast the Interromancy Discipline. We have an Interrogator Chaplain, Litany of Faith. Get that 5+ against mortals, which is going to be so important against these Aeldari mortal wound delivery systems like the Bow of Kurnos combo that we'll see in Ian's list momentarily. He's upgraded to a Master of Sanctity. He has a Combi Melta. Pretty sweet, as well as Wise Order for that +1 to cast. We have Deathwing Ancient. With Watched, so we have an automatic deny once per game. What an upgrade in this current metagame. Being able to automatically turn off stuff like Doom or Jinx or Will of Azurian, or in other matchups, you know, potentially things like Onslaught, and Tyranid lists, maybe even the Chaos Knight spells. Any of those situations where you can turn that off is such a huge deal. And I believe also you could just use it on a Psychic Action. So if you wanted to shut down an opponent's Warp Ritual to get their last 5 points or something like that, you could do that. What a warlord trait. We also have a Deathwing Terminator Squad. Big 10-man, 4 Lightning Claw Terminators, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Storm Shield Terminators. 1 with a Cyclone Missile Launcher and Chain Fist. We also have a second Deathwing Terminator Squad, similar loadout. This one has an Assault Cannon and Chain Fist, 2 pairs of Lightning Claws, the rest of the 1 Chain Fist, and then the rest with Thunderhammer Storm Shield. And the third 10-man Deathwing Terminator Squad, this one 3 sets of Lightning Claws, the 1 Cyclone Missile Launcher, and 4 Thunderhammer Storm Shields, 1 Chain Fist. That's as if that wasn't enough. We also have a... Is this a 4th? Can you do that? Another Deathwing Terminator Squad? 1, 2, 3. This might be a mistake, chat. I think this is a mistake in my copy-paste. I think we are at 2 Deathwing Terminator Squads, but I did have some trouble porting the lists over, so I believe that we only actually have 30 Deathwing Terminators. I apologize. This one will have 2 with Lightning Claws, 1 with Thunderhammer Storm Shield, as well as a Ravenwing Apothecary. So we are... I'll just double-check that that unit inclusion there, chat, and make sure my list is correct. Unfortunately, with these long lists, it's difficult to get them onto the into the document without anything getting duplicated. So hopefully that is okay. It is 4 Deathwing Terminator Squads. Just kidding. I guess I'm not. I must not be familiar with Deathwing. Can they take multiple, more than rule of 3 Deathwing Terminator Squads? Maybe I'm mistaken there. Or maybe they can. I'm sure they can. Somebody in chat will yell at me, assuming that they can do that. They get objective secured, you get your Vanguard detachment for free. Alright, alright. I'm sure it's okay. Whatever, that's fine. Let's move on to the other list. So we should mention that the Ravenwing Apothecary there gives that aura of a 6+ damage ignore to all of the infantry and characters within 3 inches of him. But also, he's been upgraded with a Selfless Healer. He's the Warlord as well. He's got a grenade launcher on his bike, but that does mean he's going to be regenerating those Deathwing Terminators turn after turn, and has the ability to heal them multiple times, so he can heal 2 different units for D3 wounds, meaning that these Deathwing Terminator squads are absolutely ridiculously difficult to take down. And as we talked about, Paul is going to be combat squatting all of his Deathwing Terminators. So he has many units of 5 rather than the ponderous units of 10 that you would normally take. Moving on, we can talk about the Ian's list over here. This is going to be classic Hail of Doom, but we do take Children of Prophecy this time. So reroll 1s and 2s to cast and deny in you or your opponent's psychic phase. With those Psychers, it means that they aren't ignoring light cover, which is going to be a very big deal in this particular matchup with those heavy armored Deathwing Terminators in cover and with Armor of Contempt. So even a rending shuriken hitting one of those units is going to be AP3, reduced to AP2 thanks to Armor of Contempt. They're at a 1+ save thanks to cover. So -1 puts it on a 2, -2 puts it on a 3+ save. So even against a rending shuriken cannon, they're still saving on a 3+. And then if they don't die, potentially have that wounds healed, and then even if they do die, potentially get regenerated by the Ravenwing Apothecary. And you can see why these Deathwing Terminators are wildly difficult to kill. And that's not even if you get Jinx on them and potentially just hit their invulnerable save on the massive numbers of Storm Shields they have in those units. So we also have in this list a Seer Council, 3 Warlocks with Protect and Jinx. We have Behareth, who's been recently increased in points cost. Thank goodness, because that guy is ridiculously inexpensive for what he does at 140 points. We have a Farseer Skyrunner. This is with the Kurnos Bow combo, although I don't know if we... Oh, yeah, we did mark Kurnos Bow on him. It's just spaced out weird. We do have Kurnos Bow on that guy, so it is a Relic Shuriken Catapult that, on a successful wound roll, deals a mortal wound instead of normal damage. So basically, it ignores armor saves if it wounds successfully. However, because you are considered to automatically roll a 6 to hit on your hit rolls, with Hail of Doom, if you use a Strands of Fate dice, you can automatically convert that to wound rolls since Hail of Doom automatically wounds, and then that automatically converts you to a 6 to wound, which turns into a mortal wound, and because of Mark of the Incomparable Hunter, turns into a 2nd mortal wound. So we can use that guy to absolutely blitz out mortal wounds. If you spend a 6 on either the hit roll or the subsequent wound roll with the Strands of Fate dice, it plows the target for 2 automatic mortals, which is pretty crazy. We also have, speaking of mortal wounds, have Karandras, who is also a mortal wound sink himself, as well as 1 unit of 10 Guardian Defenders, a unit of 5 Rangers with a Wire Weave Net to slow people down, a unit of Dire Avengers, no upgrades on these guys, a 2nd unit of Dire Avengers, only 7 models, as well as a 3rd unit of Dire Avengers, also 7 models. I think we did mistake one of those there, because there probably should not be 4 units of Dire Avengers. I do apologize, chat. 1 unit of Howling Banshees, 1 unit of Striking Scorpions, as well as an Outrider detachment. Following that up, taking a 2nd Seer Council, another Farseer Skyrunner, this one just with Guide and Will of Asuryani. No special upgrades outside the Weeping Stone. Jane Czar, so our 3rd Phoenix Lord, as well as 1 unit of Corsair Void Scarred, to have a Way Seeker to regen CP with Fateful Divergence. And 2 Vipers, as well as 3 units of Wind Riders, 2 of 6 with Shuriken Catapults, 1 of 3. Whoa! Super MSU style. Interestingly, one thing that Ian likes to do that is a little bit different than most Hail of Doom players is that he's not taking any Swooping Hawks. So I think a lot of players are using this opportunity today at the GT to prepare for Warzone Nephilim, and I think we are basically going to be playing in such a way as not to get too beholden to the last, which is being removed in Warzone Nephilim. There are several players I talked to today who've actually not been taking Stranglehold this weekend because they want to prepare for the scoring in Warzone Nephilim where Stranglehold's getting removed. And I think we see Ian playing in sort of a similar way with his list today. Yeah, it might be that there's a Deathwing command squad in there, and it just got hit. It got hit accidentally, but I think I'll just talk to a judge about that real quick and make sure we're all good to go. Yeah, unless there's something different that I'm not aware of.
Is that 6 or 1?
It is. Symbols are 6.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, I guess I'll be going first.
Let's have some fun.
Eldar going first.
So I'm going first. I'm not phantasming.
Okay.
The Terminators don't get turned into troops, chat. They only get objective secured. All right, I'll leave you with the players real quick here while I
off
talk
an
to
objective, or take an objective that your opponent held, I believe. Double check.
I got my book, but it's in my bag. I can dig it out.
What's this one called?
This is
Death and Zeal.
Death and Zeal, yeah.
Score 2 points if you control every marker on the battlefield, or one that you didn't control at the start of your turn, and or you destroyed at least one enemy unit that was in range of an objective marker at the start of their turn.
Cool.
Or you do score 3 if you do both.
Yep. I roll 7 for my Strands of Fate because Green Helmet has the Weeping Stones.
Okay.
That's not actually what I want. I'm going to keep those ones, re-roll these 2 because I have 2 far sleeps. I'm going to keep 2 hits and 2 charges.
2 hits, 2 charges. Cool.
Actually, let me see how long this charge. I'm going to even need to do. So 7-inch move for him puts him there.
Yeah, it's an auto charge.
Oh, that's on. Yeah, I'm going to keep 2 hits and 2 wounds.
Okay.
Charges are worthless when I can just get to you naturally. I'm not going to be able to storming you.
These are 2 separate squads.
Okay.
So 5 and 5.
7 puts him right there.
Yep.
All right, we're just getting the list checked on there, chat.
I have 5
sure we have that
Terminators
correct.
right there.
Okay. Moving 7 towards the wall.
So striking Scorpions deployed aggressively. You do get the opportunity to impact with them, and they can deal mortal wounds to
this
infantry
Viper.
on wound rolls of 6. Plus, they get exploding 6s. So
16 right about there.
if the list is illegal, does the stream just end? Yeah, I don't know.
It'll be in range for sure.
Maybe we just play Terminators down.
There.
That's up to the judges. I'm not gonna
These
make that.
Rangers are just going to.
I'm not gonna make that decision.
And I'm just going to make sure they're all touching the terrain, so they're all getting the benefits of their Ranger cloaks. So that'll get me Death and Seal for 2 points.
Cool. And don't forget that I got Shoot on Death over here.
Yep.
If you kill anything that's on a 4-up. Not guaranteed.
Yeah. I won't be putting much shots that way anyway. I mean, the Rangers. I guess I could line the Rangers up like this and just take 5 Ranger shots down the side. Honestly, it doesn't even matter.
Cool.
No, yeah, actually, let's do that. Now that I'm saying that, I actually like that because I could just chip some mortal wounds onto you, and then suddenly you're down a Terminator, which makes my life just that much easier. And these guys are going to die regardless. So they'll do that. They'll do that. Everyone else is probably just going to stay where they are. They're going to knock win this turn.
Yep. Do you have a thing for it?
Yeah, I can grab some crystals out of my bag. Toss one of those in that corner.
Let's do it on the building.
Sure. Nice and visible. I like it.
4 buildings.
So yeah, they're not winning that quarter. Let's move Janezar. Janezar's just going to advance. See what I can get for movement. A hot 14 for JZ. That actually.
Do you have 4 Deathwing Terminator squads?
No, 3.5.
Okay, what do you mean?
I have 3.5 Deathwing Terminator squads. 10, 10, 3.
Yeah, but with the rule of 3, you can only run 3 of the same unit. Unless they're troops.
I guess because they were OBSEC and...
Oh, you assume they were like troops or whatever?
Yeah, because it was a Vanguard detachment. I could change it, though, in a way that it works.
I don't particularly care.
because I could change it to a squad of Deathwing Knights.
Okay.
And
do
then-
they cost more points or anything?
They do, but I could. I'll figure it out. I'll do it right here. Yep. Give me 1 second. Yep. I just do a squad of Deathwing Knights instead, and we'll change them up with the 5-man squad. That's, I guess, right there is the fair way to do it. The only 5-man squad that started as a 5-man squad.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. Trevi pointed it out, and I was like, oh, that's true.
Yeah.
I should go figure that out.
So then, yeah. So I could do. And that'll change the points slightly, and then I'll take away some heavy weapons, and it'll get the points back under.
Alright, you're good.
So that's 1.
Yeah, because like Raph was saying, there's like you can take like a Space Marine Terminator squad and they get all the same keywords. So I don't know if that's like the same thing.
Well, is that easier since I wouldn't have to change the points?
Yeah, if there's a way to like you don't have to change the point.
I think it's Assault Terminators have the same point value.
Maybe I don't know.
I know
but-
Relic Terminators are the cheap ones.
Yeah, Relic Terminators are cheaper. Can Relic Terminators take Thunderhammer Storm Shield?
I don't think so. I believe they take shooty. I believe they're shooty. If I recall.
Because like you could just replace the half unit, right? Because that's
Well,
like the,
so this squad right here,
sure.
right, is a regular Terminator squad. That if I take away one of their Thunderhammers and put it in another squad,
Sure.
they could be a valid Relic Terminator squad then.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yep. So it's just I can't have the Thunderhammer
In
the
squad,
Relic
right.
Terminator squad.
Okay, you got it. Yeah.
Well, I guess technically I can't have a Power Sword in it either. So in that case, it would just be Lightning Claws. So that is now a Relic Terminator squad,
Sure. Yeah, that works.
and that's now a 5-man.
Sure. All right.
Cool.
Yeah. I don't think it really makes that much of a difference, but
No, you're right. It's a good call.
yeah.
It was, yeah, but yeah, they could be any kind of Terminators.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So when you get a chance, try to do it like if you just do it, I think I can just have it so you resubmit the list in BCP.
Yeah, sure.
So basically, any Scarab or player can shoot. Is it within 12 or is it anything that you 18?
There are Guardians.
That's
Or can I?
yeah, I was thinking the 6 of them.
Actually?
You should be able to edit the list, I think.
No, I know, but I'm thinking, can Relic Terminators have double Lightning Claw?
Oh, that I don't know.
No, that's fine. I like having them
Yeah, that would fit in there. So I'll take this.
That's the only thing.
It's been too long since I've played Dark Angels for me to know exactly.
Well,
what
it's
Terminator
regular.
take what
It's
loadout.
regular Space Marine rules, right?
Right, but I believe the Relic Terminators have a different loadout than.
Yeah, they do.
So I don't remember who can take what, honestly. Yeah, I'm good with those targets.
Oh no, I could leave the Relic Terminator squad as is, because Relic Terminators can take everything but the. So I just have to take that out and put the Lightning Claw on because they could take Power Swords too. So I just have to switch one Thunderhammer and one Lightning Claw and we're good.
Okay, yeah. I figured there was like, I was like, it's either just like because they're supposed to be like that, or like a Relic Terminator squad, and you just like.
There's 4 different kinds of Terminator squads I could
so
take.
like the
Yeah.
chance to-
Yeah. So 4 different data sheets. Yeah.
Works for me, man.
Yeah, you just have to move.
I had to move one. The only thing they're not allowed to have Thunderhammers and Storm Shield, so I just took a Thunderhammer Storm Shield and switched it with a. And I might be a couple points short of 2,000 now.
Drop a Watcher as well, because all 4 units had Watchers, and one of them is no longer allowed to take a Watcher.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because one of them, I assume, has to be a regular Space Marine Terminator.
A Relic Terminator squad?
Terminator squad.
A Relic Terminator squad.
A Relic Terminator squad?
Yeah.
It basically has all the same.
It's the same exact thing.
It's just like,
Sure.
Yeah.
It could also just be a regular Terminator squad out of Codex Space Marines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that is also legal.
Yeah.
Or an Assault Terminator squad out of Codex Space Marines. Like,
Yeah.
a ton of options.
No,
Just
we're good, yeah.
All of those can't have Watchers.
So I guess, yeah, one of them doesn't have a Watcher in the Dark. We're good.
Totally fine, man.
So now I'm 8 points short of 2,000. Oh. No, I'm kidding. Let's go.
Rookie. You could have taken something.
Yeah.
Fateful Divergence. I don't know why I'm rolling on the table, but Fateful Divergence goes off. It's Warp Charge 6, so that's +1 CP for me.
Yep,
So
cool.
up to 8 now. Down to 7 for. We're down to 6 for Webway Strike. Up to 8 for Round Start and that.
Your CP. Yeah, what did you start at?
I
Sorry.
started at 6 functionally because I paid 1 Deep Strike my Dire Avengers.
Cool.
So gained 1.
Cool.
I'm going to go to. Neither of these guys have anyone in range, so I guess I'll just cast Protect on them and just see if it matters.
Yep.
Roll one of these. It's going to go off with a 10.
Who did that come from?
These idiots back here. They're very far away from you, so.
Yeah, I'm just seeing if they're... No, you're good.
So they're up to 2 up armor save now.
Yep.
We'll go ahead and cast Will of Asuryani off of my green helmet.
Yes. Nope.
All right,
Reroll
chat.
1s and 2s, have Children of Prophecy.
After much deliberation, sounds like we figured it out. We basically have to cut the Watcher in the Dark off of that last Terminator squad to convert it to a standard Terminator squad. And I think sounds like Paul was under the impression that they could break Rule of 3, but to everyone's knowledge, there is no way to do that. So just got to fix that real quick. But given that there's many ways to build a legal Terminator squad in that same army, there's not that big of a deal, and he'll just have to play points down now, which is probably fine.
Cast Executioner. Executioner's D3 mortals. If he kills a model, it's D3 more mortals.
And where's this?
Right here.
And it doesn't need line of sight.
Correct. And I will get that on a 7, but it's only a 7.
Okay. So it's got to go closest.
It's targetable, but it's 18 inches. They're the only one within 18 inches.
All right. Yeah, I'll burn Gold Squad, which is right here.
Okay.
There's. So I need 8.
Yes, sir.
Oh nope.
All right. So D3 mortals onto those Terminators behind the wall. It's gonna be 3.
Okay.
And then that's gonna kill a Terminator. So
I got that. Feeling pins.
Oh, true. Is that always up?
The apothecary one is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm
yeah.
sorry. I was thinking the chaplain 5
Yep.
ups.
6 ups. Got one.
All right. So I don't do D3 more then. So there's 2 mortal wounds on one of those dudes.
Yep.
And then I'll cast Doom off Black Helmet.
Yep.
Goes off with a 9. And I will just Doom that squad behind the wall. So I'm rerolling wounds against them as well.
Right. I'm considering. Yeah. No, yeah. That's fine.
Okay. That's all my psychic in. Let's go ahead and do some shooting. Karandrav's firing his 2 shots into. So where's the squad break?
So 5.
Yep.
And 5.
He's gonna shoot the squad that he's not charging.
Okay.
Yeah, it is an awkward situation, chat, for sure.
And you can't make it a longer target.
Yeah,
He's gonna try and hose down this squad. So 2 shots hits on
this squad.
Definitely an awkward mistake. I know I've messed up slots before. I don't know if I've ever messed up Rule of 3. That's a pretty weird one. But especially when you're building Deathwing detachments, it's such a strange composition because the Deathwing units take the
And how much damage is
his sword is 1.
they basically take the place of troops, but they aren't actually troops. On top of the fact that you have multiple ways to build like identical units that you can do, but which is like slightly sort of tiny bits of minutia that differentiate them.
5 Rangers will shoot at that squad right there.
Yes.
They move, so they're hitting on 3s. All hits. And then they're strength 4 into T4. So they're
Yeah, just hang your head in shame and walk out, chat, for sure. Just like, this is weird. I'm just gonna go. It's only awkward that people just don't use Battlescribe. Well, this list is on Battlescribe, chat. It's just that Battlescribe is a really bad indicator of list legality because it makes a ton of mistakes. And a lot of people don't go through all of the rigmarole to get like the little verified check mark on the, or validated check mark on the Battlescribe output, because a lot of times it penalizes you for like stupid minutia that you don't really care about. You know, it asks you to like select the correct game size. You remember to add your detachment cost and stuff like that. That really doesn't matter when it gets to the table. And so, I certainly don't go through the entire process when I build lists. At least for casual games, for GTs and stuff, I typically do. But I'm not surprised that not everyone would.
Baharat's gonna fire at them.
Yep.
So 4 shots, auto wounds on 6s.
Fortunately, in this case, it's a recoverable mistake, so we can fix it real quick.
Okay, AP 2, damage 2.
So in cover, these are still 2s.
Yes, sir.
And it's 3 or 4?
4.
2. We're good.
Pretty good. And then we'll fire a Viper at them.
No, unfortunately, Battlescribe tends to be, it catches like really obvious stuff, and that would be one of the things that it would catch for sure. but generally speaking, it's a really bad sort of reference for rules and legality and stuff because it has endless mistakes in it. I know there's a lot of people who use Battlescribe sort of as their rules reference, and that is terrible. That's lots and lots of mistakes in Battlescribe, unfortunately. It's good for doing math for you, basically, but beyond that, I wouldn't put too much stock in it.
Yeah, baby. Get that Terminator out of here.
4-up, I shoot on death. Shoot on death.
Yeah, still better than the Warhammer app for sure, chat.
I guess I'll shoot Karandras with crack missile.
Sure.
So this is 2s because I haven't moved.
Yeah, I think it's
2s.
Yeah, there you go, chat.
And
Just literally don't make any mistakes ever.
T3, right?
T4.
That's what I do. Definitely don't pay attention to the time I played
Okay,
an
2
entire
at
conference
I'm
in my
in
phone.
Devastator, so that's going to be AP3 on a crack missile.
AP3. Okay. So 4-ups. Never mind. Pass me that back.
Yep.
So I appreciate the move there.
D6.
Looks like Paul took damage on
Oh, CP
his
reroll.
heavy weapon Terminator and ended up letting them die with the knowledge that he's going to be able to resurrect them with the Apothecary, and he gets a potential additional shot with that Cyclone missile launcher with the shot on death thanks to the Deathwing agent, which is a really cool play. Basically gets you kind of a pseudo double tap on the gunshot, and you do our phase cap to Karandras in the Eldar shooting phase, which means Karandras has the opportunity to get killed in the Eldar fight phase if he doesn't wipe whatever he charges. Karandras, for those who are paying attention over here on the left-hand side of the table, there he is. What's up, buddy? Here he comes.
There you go.
He's gonna make it.
Yeah, and that is 5, so that's you're only in what, 1.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. What I was saying is you're already good.
And then they're gonna charge that squad.
Yes. Also pretty much an auto.
Yes, indeed.
I guess you could come around, but I'm not sure why.
Yeah, I don't even know really why I rolled it, because I was just going to have them come up and touch the terrain here. I assume they're all right there, so I can just have them be like this.
Yeah, and yeah, you're probably gonna want to do 1 rank because at the beginning of the fight phase, I could make you fight in 1 rank.
Yes, that's why I'm spacing them out.
Yep. Yes.
I don't want to risk not having them fight good. All right. Let's have Karandras swing first.
Yep.
12 attacks.
Yep.
All right, Candyman, what do we got?
I am going to auto hit 2 of these, so that's going to be 2 explosions.
Oh yeah, because it counts as a 6, so that's 4.
Yep.
Okay.
So there's 10 die here, he's hitting on 2s.
Okay.
3 misses, but there's another explosion in there.
Yep.
So I have to keep the explosions separate because they can't do mortal wounds.
So you have 2 separate explosions currently.
So I got 2 from the dice and then 1 from rolling them, so I got 3 explosions.
3 explosions.
To count as
Here's
3 misses.
Karandras right here.
12
fighting
are
against the
converted.
Terminators.
Yep.
I am then going to auto 6 2 of those.
Yep.
So let's take 2 of those out.
So 4.
Fours.
So 4 more will go in here.
So that's going to be 8 mortal wounds so far.
Yep.
And it's going to be 8 saves so far, or 7 saves so far. And then these are the ones that can't deal mortals. And they don't convert.
Okay.
So 7 saves, AP 2, damage 1.
Yep. 7 saves. Okay.
And then at the end you take 8 more wounds.
Don't get cover right now, so these will be 3s. And damage 1.
Yes.
Okay, so take 1, and then 8 mortals.
Yes.
So that's 9.
So he
So
just plows
actually,
3 Terminators down.
the way it'll have to work is the first guy dies to the damage,
Yep.
and then 8 mortals happen.
Yep.
So that's going to be this guy, and this guy down to 1.
Sure.
Brutal
Right,
swing
I
from
will
Karandras there.
Just pile in like
4 Terminators dead, the last one down to a single wound, so almost clipped
Cool.
an entire
I will
Terminator squad with the
interrupt.
swing.
Yes.
Yikes.
I will lightning fast.
Makes sense. I will spend.
So interrupt onto these Scorpions
So let's figure this
to
out.
kill
So I'm
them.
+1 to hit because I haven't moved. You're making me -1, so I'm
Yes.
back to 3s and 4s with the fists. So yeah, I'm going to spend 1 CP. So I'm going to spend 3 CP total right now. 1, 2, 3.
down to 4?
Yeah, Fury the First.
Sure.
No, down to 6. That was my first CP. I had started with 9.
Gotcha. Okay.
So we'll start off with. Does your Exarch have 2 wounds?
Yeah.
All right, we'll start off with the fists then.
Sure.
So these fists will be hitting on +1. So the fists will be 3s. The lightning claws will be 2s.
Sounds good.
So that's going to be 2. Actually, just the 1 fist.
Okay.
So that's 3 attacks hitting on 3s, and no rerolls, and wounding on 2s, and AP 4. This is a chain fist, not a power fist.
Okay. I just have 5 invulns, so.
There you go.
Saves it.
And then we're gonna do the power sword.
Sure.
So this is 4 attacks.
Okay.
3, then it's the sergeant with the power sword. So this is gonna be 2s, and then 2s. So that's 4 at AP -3.
Aren't power swords +1 strength?
Yeah, so wounding on 2.
Wounding on 3s because they're T3.
Oh, T3, right. Sorry. So 3 at AP -3.
AP3 still puts me on my 5 up, so 5 ups.
2 die.
I'll fail 2. Just gonna kill 2 regular dudes.
Yep. And then
They do.
the lightning claws.
Yes, sir.
So it's gonna be 5, 5, 5. So this is gonna be 15 attacks. This is gonna be hitting on 2s, wounding on 3s, re-rolling.
Sounds good.
Yeah, so it's like outside my deployment zone this turn. Next
Okay.
They can come in. They just have to be, they just have to be, like away from this battlefield edge, and then
Okay.
Should be curtains
That's gonna
for
be
some
6,
scorpions
9,
here.
12, 13 at AP -2.
13 AP2, so 13 4-ups.
Very nice swing.
Oh, wow, that's really bad.
So
Interrupt
squad's dead.
definitely feels worth it there.
Sergeant has 1 wound left.
Okay, and then you got 7 more to take.
Yeah. Sergeant's at 1 wound, and yeah, it's a squad.
Cool.
There it is.
Hoping to save a few more lightning claws there.
See ya.
It is what
That
it
was
is.
a lightning
And then I will
fast getting
consolidate
used as
towards
well.
the middle.
Sure.
Cool. I swing back.
Sounds good.
So Corandris is flat 3. Do you have any saves?
No.
Okay. So we're gonna pile in here.
Okay.
We'll start with the sergeant, who's gonna be 2 attacks, 3 attacks, 4 on the charge. Yeah, 2 because he was charged because he's a sergeant.
Yep.
This will be hitting on 3s because I haven't moved. So 4s to 3s. So 3s and 2s.
Yeah, T4, but strength 8.
Yes. So 4 at AP2.
4-ups. I'll pass 2, fail 2. That's not great.
So he's dead. That's 3 damage apiece.
Oh, yeah. All right.
So the question here is whether we
For this end of the phase, I'm going to spend a CP to see if he stands back up on 1 wound. or on,
rebirth
D3
this
wounds.
guy. Oh, yeah, looks
And how
like we
much?
will.
That's 1 CP.
No, you're just going to murder him. There's no point to do this. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's dead.
Okay.
I think that's appropriate for
He
sure.
did his job. He went in and chopped up some Terminators that are going to have a hard time coming back.
Okay. So at the end of your turn, you did strangle.
Yes.
Um,
I did direct assault.
is that what it's called?
Yeah.
So it's 2 points for that because you didn't kill a unit on an objective, but you took an objective you didn't hold.
Correct. I knockwinded in that corner.
Yeah.
And I killed 9 wounds worth of 12 wounds worth of
12
Terminators.
wounds
So
worth of Terminators, yep.
I am up to 1 on no prisoners.
Okay.
I'm just gonna fire up a calculator on my phone real fast. That's that way in case you revive them at home.
Okay.
So 12.
Scoring.
All right.
All right.
you,
So
sir.
you got 2 points there. All right. Command phase stuff. We're gonna put -1 damage on this gray squad right here.
Sounds good.
And then I need a 2-up for a 5-up. Feel no pain against mortals. We're good. And then I need a reroll hits in combat or +2 to charge.
Apologies, I was muted there for a second, chat. Pretty solid turn for Aeldari. I think, as is to be expected, most of the Aeldari army keeping relatively cagey, which is which is generally how this Hail of Doom list plays. It keeps as much as it can as safe as possible, and then uses its hit and run effects to peek out, lock down objectives, take them with Wind Riders and Vipers, and then run its actual damage dealers behind line of sight blocking terrain, which is probably what we're going to see happen here. Losing Karandras, though, is a huge blow to them because obviously that's an enormous number of resources that Paul now has on the Dark Angel side that is no longer tied up by that Phoenix Lord. The Phoenix Lords can be very difficult to deal with if you don't have a solid plan for them, and I really want to commend Paul on the play to peel his own Cyclone missile launcher out to get the additional phase of shooting into Karandras to clip him out before his turn began. That was a super smart play sequence from him, and I'm certain that Ian wasn't entirely prepared for that. He easily could have, I think, kept Karandras very safe if he would just pushed for a slightly longer charge. So if we see Karandras maybe behind this obscuring terrain and charge for, a 4 or a 5 rather than an automatic charge, he is immune to any of that reactive shooting and makes, Overwatch a little bit tougher. But didn't end up doing that, and it cost him his Phoenix Lord. So super cool plays coming out of this game already. As we move on, we have a Deathwing Terminator squad holding down the middle objective, and we've declared our Indomitable...
These aren't sticky objectives, are they?
Our Stubborn Defiance, on the Deathwing home objective, which I think we all expected, for sure. It is nice to see that we're not taking Stranglehold on Paul's side of the table. I think that's a really easy mistake to make, because you can potentially...
When a player controls an objective marker at the end of their command phase, it is sticky until someone else changes that.
I'm going to advance this squad right here, the 5 men in the back.
Sure.
You can potentially get drawn into the game plan of trying to hold one of these triangles of objectives, so either this one or you push this way to hold these 3 objectives, and try to make those your stranglehold holders. Unfortunately for Paul, the Deathwing, the downside of the Deathwing army, it plays very much like a Death Guard army, where it's super slow. The entire army moves basically just 5 inches, meaning the only objectives that he can reliably hold are these 2. And potentially this one, but only on probably turn 2 or turn 3 onward. I would say probably turn 3 onward is the safe situation. So if you're scoring Stranglehold from turn 3 onward, you're only getting a 9-point primary or a 9-point secondary on it, which unfortunately for him is basically untenable against a faction like Aeldari, which are so aggressive and so fast and so good at scoring objectives that they're gonna have the scoring advantage over you. So I think that's why we see this maybe less optimal banners, raise the banners high pick, but if Paul is able to win out on attrition, which is certainly what I think his game plan is going to be, he, at the end of the game, will be able to place banners on several objectives and hopefully rock that score up. So if he can score 5 or 6 points in the early game, he can maybe hold it out on a 10, going second on bottom round 5, but we'll see.
So well out of 9 range.
Yep. Does anything that's right out in front of the... right out in front?
No. I mean, I guess technically my rangers, but...
Is there anybody, like, right here with OBSEC?
Yeah, my guardians are in here.
Okay.
But if that's range 18 or 24, you're pretty far away.
I guess I would move forward then to be within the 24 of the Rangers specifically. Where is show me that?
24 of the Rangers is right there.
It's right there. Cool. So engulfing fear.
Sure.
It's going to be warp charge 7, but I have a +1.
Sounds good.
So that's going to be an 8 into a 9.
That'll That'll go off.
So-
You're out of deny range, so I can't do anything about it.
So they can't do actions because I beat their leadership, and they are no longer opposite. And they have -1 leadership.
I don't think it's gonna matter this turn, but
No, I don't think so.
I do like that spell.
Yeah, so that's a good use of the spell there.
okay.
Removing objective secured effectively removes another trading piece that the Eldar have over the middle of the table and forces them to actually contend with the Deathwing Terminators that are standing there. Because generally what Eldar want to do is outnumber the Terminators on the objective and basically just continue to do that every turn. So between casting Will of Asuryani on their units and sending naturally objective secured units, all they want to be doing is just sending 1 unit at a time in, contesting the center objective, holding the other 3 with their lighter, faster units, and giving up very little for their opponent to actually sink their teeth into. But removing objective secured from those models means that they can no longer hold the objective reliably against the Deathwing Terminators, and Ian will have to commit something a little bit more meaty.
I believe. I'll just tell you.
Yeah.
And also potentially introduce the failure mode of trying to cast Will of Asuryani, which could be auto-denied by Watched,
Banners is
if
one
that's
or more
his
infantry
only
units
way
from your
of
army.
holding the
Okay,
middle.
so my interrogator chaplain will do it.
Okay.
So this is going to be 6 assault cannon shots into your
Coming off the
rangers,
So,
right over there. And the assault cannon,
This squad.
yes. Actually, no, we'll start here. So 2d2.
How much stuff do you have in range of my rangers?
So I got 2 assault cannons and 2 cyclone missile launchers.
So 14 shots.
Well, it's 2d6 per cyclone missile launcher, so,
Oh, okay.
and then 12 shots from here, and then the storm bolters from here.
I'm not gonna bother letting you pass. AP on the assault cannons is 1, right?
2 in Devastator Doctrine.
2 in Dev Dog. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother letting you pass them. They're dead.
Okay, so we'll start with the frag missiles. So this is 4d6. So this is going to be 6.
Yeah, I'm not sure the Lightning Fast would have done too much either because those assault cannons are, I believe, -1 to
didn't
hit
move,
right now.
so it's
because of
gonna be
the
2s.
move and shoot penalty. So an additional -1 penalty would not have
Does
made a huge
responding not
difference
count
on
as
that.
moving?
Who? These guys?
Yeah.
It's these guys back here.
Yeah. Like, does responding not count as moving?
What do you mean?
Because one of the missile launchers respawned, didn't he? He got revived. I actually don't know. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, I'm not
Does
sure.
Does that count as moving?
We'll say
good
that
question.
it does. For it doesn't matter. I'm not too worried.
Okay, honestly, I could probably pick this.
No, you're fine. And then 3s.
Oh,
And that's
not a
going to
great
be
roll.
6 AP -1 because we're in Dev Doctrine.
4 ups. 1 will die.
Okay, and then
Oh, good roll to start with.
still got 24 because they haven't died yet technically. So we're going to put in the bolters. Just the 2. And this will be, I guess, 3s. 3s and 3s. Respawned. That's what you were saying. I thought you were saying
yeah.
like responded as in like done
yeah,
something in
like
response.
respawn,
No, all right, so 5. No AP.
I'll fail too.
Okay.
Come on, Rangers.
And then assault cannons on 4s because they did move.
Ooh, that's a pretty good roll.
And then 2s. So it's going to be 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 AP -2s.
5 ups.
Coll.
Hey, we got him.
I rolled a single 5 up.
So Rangers have been
Okay.
removed. No locking that objective down. Although we'll probably see a Viper move over there this next turn.
I guess I could. No,
Which
I
I
advanced
think
with these
Paul's
guys?
pretty
No, I just
excited
moved.
about because it
yeah,
gives him
we'll
something
do
to
it.
charge the objective.
No need to pull out of my auras if I
The
don't
downside
need
is
to.
if
So these will be
that
4s.
Paul leaves those
Uh,
Rangers there
assault
to give him a
cannons
future
and
charge
bolters going in
target.
here.
He
Okay.
does
And then 3s.
run the risk of
1 at AP -3
failing
because
his
of
charge
Death
thanks to a
Doctrine.
wire weave net. So I don't want
Fail it. I'm
to
standing.
leave them
D6.
to stick around and do their thing.
Did I spend a CP this shooting phase? I did not.
I'm gonna lose that out.
No, it's not necessary. I'll just kill you on the charge. And then the Storm Bolters.
You can spend it if you want to, man. I won't.
Yeah.
Seems really worth it. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to pull out of my auras.
Sure. Calculating. T5.
That's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4. AP nothing.
Threes. Oh, one.
What does he have left?
4 wounds.
Okay. Toss the charge. We're good. I want to play with this a little bit.
You get a little bit closer.
Cool.
There you go.
Can I get him within any auras? No. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I think you're just feeding that squad to me.
Yeah, that's fine. So we'll just get them all in combat in that case. I'm piling in.
Yeah, I'm just gonna roll to see if he explodes. You're definitely he does not. You're definitely gonna kill a 4-wound Viper with that.
Save some
Okay,
time.
so-
We'll save a
Whole
little bit of
Terminator
time
squad
and,
killing a Viper seems pretty easy. Mathematically,
yours, sir.
gonna happen.
My intent here is that you won't be able to get on this point without getting into engagement range with me. Do I need to get
There's a
closer?
spot like right here.
So I needed to get closer with you anyway, so.
I think it's gonna be difficult to do because I've got Baller off right here, so he's gonna be like. I don't think you have enough models.
I'll make it hard.
Yeah.
I'll make it awkward.
Yeah. You're definitely doing that.
Okay, so at the end of the turn, I will.
You score 3 on a direct assault and 3 on grind.
1, 2, 3. Yep, and I raised 1 banner.
Yes, sir. What are you using to mark banners?
You could roll your fate dice for the next turn. I'll grab something.
Be able to come in back there next turn. If they can, they will. Otherwise,
What do we got?
we'll figure out that.
Poker chips.
Sounds good. Definitely keeping these. Let's reroll these 6.
So a bit of an aggressive turn from the Dark Angels, although they do have to get to hold down 3 objectives at some point over the course of the game. But running this squad up in the middle does force a response from the Eldari, but I think that
Watcher, correct?
they will.
That squad didn't
They
have
may be
one
able to
because of the
kill
error before the
the,
game. That's the relic squad. So the gold squad has already used their watcher.
Where's your furthest? Where are the denies that I gotta watch out for?
They may be able
24 off
to
of
kill
white.
that unit and hide the majority of their army, but I think that's a little bit unlikely. So I think what Paul wants to do here is force his opponent into an overcommittal, essentially. He can't really afford to stand around all game and let his opponent shoot at him, so he needs the Eldar to come out of their hidey hole and actually fight with him, because he will win in a straight-up fight. So he's putting the question to Ian as to what he does in response. This is oftentimes the downside of a list like Dark Angels. Their resilience and damage output are absolutely insane, but the downside is that they're so slow, they don't have the ability to really dictate engagements with their opponent. So they, it's colloquially termed a question list rather than an answer list. They ask their opponent what they plan to do about the problem of Deathwing Terminator standing in the middle of the table. And if their opponent has a good answer to it, they will oftentimes lose. But if their opponent can't formulate a good response, they get the game. Which is definitely the strength of Deathwing. But one of the reasons that you don't often see them at the super high echelon, usually you see a more mixed Dark Angels army, with Ravenwing in it, because that gives you more control over the board state.
You know,
Right?
8 looks like it gets the front guy on for just barely. Yeah, that's. murder them anyway, so I might as well have them go out here and guarantee the stranglehold.
Alright. We'll start with Baharov, putting everything into that spawn.
And
Time for your craft roll, lads.
how many CP are you at?
I have myself at 7 currently.
Okay. And you got a 8 on primary? No, you just had
Yeah,
the one.
that wasn't sticky.
It wasn't, so you just got a 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't hold that in my command phase. Or I didn't hold that at the end of my command phase, so. I wish I did. I did.
Oh, so he gets.
Alright.
Wow.
Baharoth is gonna jump out 14. He's gonna come here. Just touch this terrain so you can see through. So he has options.
Yep.
I'm gonna have this Viper peek the corner.
Yeah, that's why I felt comfortable doing this. Baharov's going back.
Keeps them within 18. I'm gonna keep the Viper here. I need to use him for future turns. 18 off of these guys means that I can literally go all the way back.
Cool. And which Farsi is that?
This is my Colonel's bow Farsi.
Okay.
So 18 off of him gets him a couple targets. I'm just gonna put him forward, so that way he can grab more of the squad in case you kill out of range of him. You should have.
Yeah, I think you got everybody. Yep.
And he's still being lookout, sir, because Viper's right here. He's going to be obnoxious to have to.
Just if I closest and visible. So even if you're within 3, just be aware that if my assault cannons get over here and he's closest and visible, I could still shoot him even if he's within 3.
Yeah, I've got Jane Czar in this build.
Oh, I didn't even see him.
Yeah, Jane Czar is over there, so.
Okay.
Gotta get Guardians over. You know what? Let's just bring in Dire Avengers. Dire Avengers are gonna come down 18 away from these guys.
Yep.
And on the point. Auspex scans 12 inches, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just putting them outside of Auspex range.
Okay, because you are within 18.
I thought it was 12 inches.
No, but you said outside of 18. I just wanted you to know that you're within 18.
No, 18 of these guys.
Oh, within 18.
Yeah, they're within 18. So,
I thought you were saying outside.
No,
of 18.
I'm saying outside 12, within 18. So that way they're actually allowed to shoot.
Cool.
They're going to be knock-winding this turn.
Okay. Can they shoot and do actions?
Yeah.
Okay.
So knock-winding this corner. Dire Avengers are going to be shooting over here. So this is the 5-man. This is the 2-man, correct?
2 men's on the side. All right. 2 men, 5 men.
Gotcha.
Here's
Okay.
gonna put everything into them. So we've got Starlands and XR.
So electing to keep the Vipers safe this
Gotta
turn
make sure those idiots in
rather
the
than
middle
running it out. But we do get the opportunity to potentially pick off. We do have a wounded
Guardians are just going to,
Terminator back here. And given how
out
powerful
around
each
the
of these
wall.
individual Terminators is, even getting a single one feels like a pretty big victory.
They're going to jump
And
back.
not to mention the fact that with Hail of Doom, those
But you will need to roll a 4, right?
Dire Avengers are absolutely lethal, and the transhuman effect
So
of
as long
the
as I
Deathwing
keep them within
Terminators
3 of
is,
the wall, they can go 3 inches back from the
doesn't
wall.
really come into play, given that they're only strength 4 weapons, and a lot of times they're going to be auto wounding. Looks like we have another. That's the Guardian unit pushing out as well. We may see those guys fire and fade or move forward depending on how much damage gets dealt to the Terminator unit with their battle focus or fire and fade move to take the objective and put objective secured on it themselves.
Forward.
1, 6 with 3.
Yeah, all right.
1, 2 damage.
Let's move these bikes to the empty space back
15
here.
shots.
And then we'll light this candle. Bikes are staying off the terrain.
Cool.
I do wonder if this feels
All right,
like maybe a little bit of an
psychic phase
overcommittal
time.
on
Let's start off with Fateful
Paul's
Divergence
side
off
to the
these
right-hand
idiots over
side,
here.
the right-hand
We're
flank.
going to do this. Don't want to give you any cheeky shooting into them. Fateful Divergence off of them.
This is CP.
Yep. Goes off with 2 5s.
Yep.
So I'm up to 8. Let's go to these guys. Going to cast Jinx. Jinx
Minus
is-
1 armor.
Yes, sir. And Jinx is Warp Charge 7.
All 3, yeah, well, 1 damage.
Yeah, it's fine. They can't die from perils. So
2.
2. That's going to kill one of them, but it's still going to go off.
But they can't cast any more powers.
They only have 1 power anyway. So I'm going to Jinx them. Let's go to Green Helmet. Green Helmet is going to cast Will of Asuryani.
Which one is that?
Grants Obsec, Fearless, and can do actions and stuff. He goes off with a 6. Green
he's-
Helmet is right here.
Okay, so he's outside of all my denies.
Should be, yeah.
Your -1 is
Okay,
in
so
base
it's
as well, right?
He's going to put Obsec on these guys.
So they cannot choose in combat.
Then he's going to cast Guide. Guide is Warp Charge 6.
Go first, he's got 5 attacks.
Reroll 2. He's outside of die range, doesn't matter. So Guide's going to go off. He will guide my Guardians.
Yep.
Doom.
I'll use this.
I think I need Doom to go off. I should have just used my Psychic die, but I didn't. So let's spend a CP and use my Psychic die.
Yep.
And then it's just going to go off, doesn't matter what I roll. We're going to Doom them. He should also be outside of deny range.
Yeah, I'm going to use my once per game anywhere on the table deny from Watch.
Sure. Doom will not go off. And then he will cast Executioner, Warp Charge 7.
Yeah, they all have.
Goes off. Onto those dudes in the middle.
What does it do?
So using our watch
Roll
reroll
rolls on
there,
the dudes in the
preventing the doom, it's a big deal. Especially with those shuriken weapons, the wound rerolls can convert additional attacks into rending attacks, which in conjunction with Jinx will put the Terminators on their invulnerable save, which means that they're going to start to chew through them pretty quickly. And it looks like we are now killing Terminators with smites, and there is 4 wounds dealt. Yeah, now we're going to see the Bow of Kurnos spool up, I think, on these guys.
Let's go ahead and use this Viper first. Viper's going to shoot its Shuriken Cannon first. So 3s.
Nope.
And it's Shuriken Catapult.
Garbage.
Yeah, I don't think there's much I can do.
So that's going to be 2 on your armor save. It's AP1 down to AP9.
We're good? Oh, no, we're not. How much damage?
1.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go ahead and shoot Bahar off at them. Auto wound. 4s. 2, AP2. So 2 on your 5-ups. 4-ups, because minus
3
1
ups.
AP. Minus 1 armor save.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
And then 1 AP down to a
4 ups. Nope.
So 2 damage each.
The saving throws are brutal. There's another guy down to 1. I would be surprised if I didn't.
you made
If we
the
didn't see
final damage,
the.
didn't
Yes.
Bow
Oh,
of
yeah,
Kurnos,
sorry.
So that just, it'll kill him and then do 1
Firing
wound on him.
next.
Not it.
Right. What was
He
it? The first one
wound
was.
from Executioner, 1 wound from him, 1 wound from the first blaster shot.
Yep. No, thank you.
You're good. He's just going to battle focus away.
Yep.
Goodbye, Behareth. Cloud strikes anywhere on the table. What an ability that guy has. Incredible.
Guardians are going to shoot them. They
Firing
have
the
20
Guardians
shots.
next.
They are guided, so they are re-rolling everything.
Ian did need to sequence his attacks so that he had the opportunity to get a Guardian onto the objective in case he needs it. So he was able to peel enough Terminators to open up a space here with the Guardian squad.
We are doing that, and I wish they had Doom. They do not, so 4s. Yikes on a bikes.
Bad roll.
Okay. You might have had one more in there. You might have flipped it with your finger.
Okay, I'll put that over here then. So, no AP, AP3.
So 2s?
3s because you're jinxed.
Right. And it doesn't. Right. That's the interaction I was talking about with Armor of Contempt, is
Yeah.
it does have a weird interaction. So 3s. Okay.
So 1 damage, and then these ones will put you on 5-ups.
4 of them.
3, yeah, 4.
Okay.
3 more damage.
Yep.
1 CP. They're going to match its agility behind the wall.
Yep.
I'm going to move them back after I just keep it going. I'm going to do that once we're settled the turn.
Yep.
Kronos' bow into them. He has 3 shots.
Sorry.
You're good. There's 4 wounds left there, yeah?
So we are
Minus 1 damage.
electing to make
Yep.
sure that the
So this is
Terminators
mortal wounds, so
die
the damage doesn't matter.
Right.
instead
So
of putting the Guardian
I'm going to
Defenders
auto hit
there.
1, so this one is just 2 mortal wounds. You guys are hitting on 2s. 6 mortal wounds.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh boy. All right. Well, just
Yep,
roll a bunch
that
of
doesn't matter.
6s. Easy game.
Yeah, Kronos' bow and Mark of the Incomparable Hunter is a nice little combo.
Yeah. Is it still going to be possible in Nephilim?
Yes, so I can literally run this exact same list in Nephilim if I just cut the weaving stones.
Nice.
I can't cut Baharoth, but Baharoth sucks, so I hate him. They're going to fire at the squad, not in cover on the back.
Okay, yep, these guys?
Yes.
Sure.
12 shots. You're not on objective, so they're not getting any rerolls. 3s. And these ones are going to be 4s.
Yep.
He's them built Inferno.
This one?
Yep. So it's going to be 1 AP1, 2 AP3, 2 up, 4 ups,
2 up. Okay.
and 2 4 ups.
Or it caps at 6.
Okay, damage.
1. I was just trying to throw some chip damage back there for you.
Cool.
Battle focus my post here. 3 inches. He's just going 3. Where'd I put my? There it is. He's just going 3 inches this way. And finally, Dire Avengers. I'm just going to see if I can pick up
The 2 men?
the crippled unit.
Yep.
Yeah, you're ignoring AP2 with those guys in cover, so.
You might want to, I mean, it doesn't matter because we both know it, that guy is technically on. You might just want to pull one of the guys a little bit forward. There you go.
So that's 7 Dire Avengers. 18 shots for the regular dude, 6 for the Exarch, so 24 shots. This is 20 right here. Oh my god, stay in the tray. Oh, I don't mind that.
And then 4 more.
Okay, not a bad start. And then winning on force. So these ones are AP2 down to AP1, and these ones are AP4 down to AP3.
So we'll do the 2 ups first. It takes 1.
Oh yeah, because you just rolled shield.
Well, no. Storm Shield works functionally the same as.
So those would be 3 ups then, because it's AP2 down to AP1.
Oh, you were accounting for it.
Yeah, Dire Avengers are 2-4.
I thought you were
Everyone else is
saying.
1. Everyone else is 1-3.
I thought you were saying because I was like.
Yeah, so these ones are AP2 down to AP1, these ones are AP4 down to AP3.
Okay. So yep, that's the first guy because he failed 2, and then the other guy's wounded, and then 6.
Yep.
Right? How many? Oh, sorry. What's the AP on this? I think 3.
So
yep.
it would put them on their 5 up, or 4 up if they have storm shields.
Yep. Nope. You got him.
Cool. No, I think I'm somewhere. I left a monster over here somewhere. All right, whatever.
All right. Command phase stuff.
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff. On the floor.
Yeah, there's one right there.
A bunch of stuff was on the table.
Someone else's.
All right. 2
Sorry, I
up.
was looking for my caffeine.
2 up to plus 2 to charge. Okay. And then 2 up for 5 up. Feel no pain.
All right. So I think a pretty brutal turn from the Eldar here. Looks like we clipped another 2 Terminators off of the squad on the left. Clipped out the entire squad on the right, or in the center, excuse me. But we have this huge glut of Terminators at the bottom of the screen pushing towards the right. And it's going to be interesting to see how well they survive the withering fusillade of fire that's going to be pouring in on them from these Wind Riders, as well as the infantry behind the aeldari home objective.
You got your string to hold?
Yep. I have 31. Yeah, I'm on 4 objectives right now.
Yeah, and then your knock wounds?
Yep. So they got that corner.
Okay, and then I get 4 beginning of the turn. And then 2 on Stubborn Defiance and 1 on Banners.
Yes, sir. And I picked up 2 units that turn, so you have to kill 2 of mine. Or 3 of mine, excuse me. These guys, if you have a way to
Dark
get
Angels
near them,
on
they're
the
gonna be
scoreboard.
one off the wall, so no charging through.
Yep. Players just clarifying, we have to kill 3 units to get grind them down, which is possible, if unlikely. I think, yeah, I'm probably looking
I'm
for
just
a
under
charge
15 away from you.
Okay.
So
those
with the
Dire
5-inch move, that would be a 9-inch charge.
That math probably checks out. I'm just too smooth brain to do it in my head while I'm moving stuff.
Came up at the same time, and there's no movement doesn't let them, Eldar doesn't let them.
Yes, yeah, if you're exactly 15, that'll put you 10. 10 is 1 inch engagement. 1 inch engagement range, so yep. Math checks out, sir.
I'm going to roll in advance on my
Looks like
Interrogator
pushing
Chaplain?
for the charge onto the Dire Avengers. Be interesting to see whether Paul elects to shoot at those units on the way in, shoot at those models, because Ian could potentially pull them out of charge range.
He's got fly.
Oh, yeah, jump back, excuse me.
Yeah. And then he's within 6, so they get the +2 to charge.
And there's the Canticle of Hate. All right. Yeah, we're just pushing for that additional threat range. So Canticle of Hate went off. Interrogator Chaplain running over to the Terminators to push them from a 10 or a 9-inch charge down to a 7-inch charge. A coin flip of a charge, potentially with a reroll if we CP reroll it. And we're just probably going to measure some advance rolls onto the other objective.
Squad right here, and they normally move 5. I'm going to spend the CP there,
Rerolling our advance roll.
and I'm
So you need
at
3 on that to
6.
get on, right?
Yeah.
There you go, sir.
There it is.
It's just barely,
They
just
do
like
get to that
you.
objective.
Barrel is all you need.
That's what she said.
But I don't believe they take it.
Sorry.
No, I don't care, man.
No, to the stream. So these guys were touching. I just moved it.
Yeah, it should
These
be
guys
fine.
aren't
There
gonna
looks
move.
like 3 Rangers towed on, so we
This
need
guy will
3
move over.
Terminators to get on there, but it does mean that the
just
unit
do that.
behind them could fire into the Rangers and kill them. That gives Paul another outlet to potentially score a 12 on primary,
Remember, you got to kill that
forcing the
squad
Eldar
to
to
the man
get
because they're fearless.
all of his Terminators off his objectives.
I know it's going to be hard getting rid of 3 jetbikes.
Actually, sorry, this guy will go forward to here.
Sure.
And I think I still got you screened out here. You can
I
let
don't
me
have
know
any-
if you
I don't
have
have
any.
anything else to keep track, so.
But pick up and put down with
I
Bahara.
can't do that. Oh, yeah, Baja Blast, yeah.
Haha, blast.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be a little ambitious of me, I think. He doesn't do that much that it's worth it jumping into your back lines, to be honest.
Just move these guys up
Sure.
so they could get sight on that boat.
I have to say, I appreciate Paul's
What's the range on that? Like 36?
willingness to play this really tepid army. With a lot of Space Marine armies, and especially these Terminator focus lists, you have to be able to eke every little bit of threat range out of the army that you can, and that's what we're seeing here with this Canticle of Hate getting pushed, trying to get charges down to 7 inches. It's an unreliable game plan, but if it goes off for you, it's very difficult to stop, because once those Deathwing units start rolling, they don't stop rolling until your army's dead. Ooh, so we're going to engulfing Fear the Ranger unit.
-1 damage is here. And taking away OBSEC. It's going to go off on a 12 without. So that point is mine.
So that these guys will lose their objective secured, so we don't even need to kill them. Although I think we probably will to score out our nice grind them down.
The only things that are good in combat in this list that are still alive is Jay-Z, Banshees, Baharoth.
So these guys are engulfed in fear. And then the Banshees are outside of the range to make them fight last.
Yeah, also, like, you're not getting into the Banshees, so
Yeah.
they're way over here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the only thing I would fight last. I'm not going to risk the perils.
Okay, makes sense.
So over to shooting. So we're going to start with these guys. So all their storm bolters and all of the missiles are going to go into these guys there.
Sure.
So that's going to be 4d6 for the missiles.
And they did not move, correct?
The 2 heavy weapon squads did not. Is that right? That seems so close.
You rolled 14, I believe. 4, 6, and 2 twos.
So that's 8, 10. All right, so 4 more. And then this will be 2s and 3s.
Yeah, get those ones out of there.
And then 3s and no AP though. So it's going to be 5, 9. 9, no AP.
9 5-ups. They are dead.
Alright, so the XRs have 2, right?
And then over here,
Yep.
we're going to put all the crack missiles down into that boat.
Okay, they're already -1 because they moved, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. So 4s actually, because they're not getting the +1, so it's a big swing.
I'm a fan of that.
Force.
There, don't shoot the Banshees at you.
Ooh, yikes.
Questionable.
Hot diggity dog.
3, nope,
Oh,
nothing.
baby. All right, let's
How
go.
much? How many wounds does it have?
6.
Yeah,
You'd have to spike the damage. to
Not
kill
worth
if
it.
there's one.
Not worth it. Okay. Charges. So 7 over here. Because of the
All right,
+2.
here comes the big charge into the
7
Dire
on the
Avengers. Let's do it.
+2.
You're gonna
Considering
Overwatch.
an Overwatch.
Alright, there you go.
No, on average, I kill half a Terminator, so not worth it.
So I need a 7 on the dice.
Oh no! That
My
looks like a
condolences.
9. That's probably
All right,
a CP
we're gonna spend-
reroll right there. Yeah, we
So down
gotta
to 4?
spend it.
Did you give me one?
No, that would explain it.
7.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh. Come on. Shit.
All right.
And we fail.
And then this charge there.
Yep, that's the
Yeah, that was
scary
available.
part of playing these Move 5 armies, chat. Sometimes you just
That
gotta
was big.
gotta live your life
I am
on for the
thrilled
coin flip.
Those Dire Avengers are gonna live to see another day.
Okay.
So that's gonna
we're
score
put in-
Ian. That's a 7-point swing, I think, immediately.
I'll pick those bikes up.
Okay.
They're a T4.
That's
they have
gonna
armor save
score
there.
Ian a
They were out there to score me Stranglehold and die for their craft world.
very nice 8 points on primary rather than 4. And it's gonna blank out the grind. Yeah, but we do get direct assault for Paul.
Okay. And
So turn 3, I'll go up 7 CP.
yep.
I control 1, control 2 because they live.
Yes.
That was a 7-point swing and I'm living.
It was huge, man.
All right. Let's roll some strange fate.
Yeah, that was a big deal right there. I definitely think puts aeldari squarely in the driver's seat of the game. It remains to be seen if the remaining aeldari units can clip out the
14 off
Terminators that
of
have gotten to the
the
center of the table, but I have to imagine that they can. This is the turn where we're going to basically unleash the fury of the craft world onto these Terminators, and we probably will kill 1 to 2 units of them. I think we're probably a little bit light on assets to kill a third, but at least 2 units will go down for sure.
in advance. Then I'm immediately going to spend my advance.
Yep.
And my Banshees are just going to go 14 inches.
Do they have OBSEC?
Not yet. going to try and make sure they have it.
How do you do it? Will of Asuryani?
Yeah. Can target any core or craft core or character in my craft world. So I can't use it on my Phoenix Lords, but they're already obsec, so it doesn't matter. So send this lad. No, he's too far away. He's not going to be able to get on, so this lad instead is just going to come up and touch the middle.
So a Viper pushing to the center, and the question here is whether or not we see these Guardian Defenders move up in the middle to try to just make sure that we have OBSEC there.
Baharat's going to jump up and support them.
And he's the Banshee?
No, Jane Czar's the Banshee. Baharat's the Swooping Hawk, so he's the one that doesn't give OBSEC to anyone else. Jane Czar is just going to move her 8 to here. That gives her a, looks like 6-inch charge. Bowseer is just going to make sure that he's in range of these guys again. 18 off these guys. Is that over the Banshee's base?
Close enough.
Okay. So my Dire Avenger is going to make a little bit of space for my Bowseer, and my Bowseer is just going to fly up to here.
But since we're so close, I will have a deny.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
There's no way I can get Will of Asuryani onto them without being in deny range, I don't think.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah, Dire Avengers are going to step out. Same thing as last time. These guys are all just going to stay within 3. I'm going to move my Farseer so I can grab my Dire Avengers and I'll put them back. Same thing as last time. These guys are all just going to stay within 3 of the walls. That way they can match its agility backwards.
Yep.
This list is going to change a lot, speaking of that matchless agility, once the Nephilim changes get implemented.
As long as, you just
because what we are seeing here is while the players were talking about the list not losing too many models, it only loses a couple points. You drop a Hareth maybe because he went up in points. But with Fire and Fade only being usable once per game, so it's no longer a repeatable strategy, and Matchless Agility changing from an auto 6 on the battle focus move instead of a random d6. It just lets you reroll the d6, meaning it's no longer reliable, which makes playing that hit and run KG game plan so much more difficult in Aeldari and essentially impossible to do on a turn-by-turn basis. Since sometimes you will either run out of your Fire and Fade early, or you just fail your Matchless Agility roll, even with a reroll, and your plan sort of falls apart. So it becomes kind of a command reroll rather than a part of the game plan.
Yeah, I think these idiots are just going to stay where they are, honestly. Like, no need to mess with them. They're doing fine. These guys are coming over and provide lookout sir to my Bowseer in case my battle focus is bad.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have any mortal protection currently, correct?
No, they're out.
Okay. They should be good then, but...
So what do you have in terms of your fate dice right now?
I've got a Psychic and 2 hits.
Okay.
My Guardians are just going to pop out down here a little bit, so I can get some shots onto them.
How many? You're going to get all of them?
Yeah, I'm probably just going to have to end up fire invading them, so that they can move 7 after they shoot.
Okay.
But I really want to make sure that I get enough shots onto them that they die.
Yep.
Daisy chain them forward so I can have him touching the objectives if I have rerolls. While they're moving them 7, it doesn't really matter how far they move as long as with 7 they can get back behind the wall. So battle focus doesn't matter if you're just running. Alright, that's all I'm moving. Let's go ahead and do some psychic power. Start off with Fateful Divergence. Warp Charge 6 gives me a CP.
You got it.
With an 11.
What are you at?
Up to 8. Now let's go ahead and cast. Yeah, let's go ahead and cast Jinx. Jinx goes off with a 7. I'm not gonna. He's right here. If you want to try and deny him, I'm not gonna risk re-rolling that because I don't want to paralyze.
Where's it from?
This guy right here. No.
You're good?
Okay, so I'm just gonna Jinx that squad in the middle. Let's go ahead and smite off my Quicken Warlocks, looking for a 5. I'll go fishing.
So Jinx again in the center
So
unit.
these guys right here, do I deny smite?
2 big
You might
bricks
have
of
Oh.
shuriken catapults.
If I got Ezekiel, I don't think I do.
You don't. D3. 1. Gonna cast Guide off my Farseer and the green helmet, so Guide right here.
Nope.
Reroll equals Children of Prophecy. I'll get it in an 11. Would you like to deny me? We're gonna Guide my Banshees. And then we're gonna
Guide on
cast
the
Will of Syria.
Banshees. For those
Reroll
rolls to
Children of
hit.
Prophecy.
Interesting,
I'll
we're
get
not
it with
putting it on the
6.
shuriken
Okay,
units.
I will
double dip
try
on
to
the
deny
Halo
with
Doom, but
my,
I think Ian here recognizing
Watcher
that
in
the
the Dark from
Banshee's
White
attack
Squad.
is probably the most important.
So over there.
Right here.
Oh, right here? Okay, yeah, you're right.
And trying to remove objective
Denied.
secured.
Oh,
And
sorry,
we
it does not
do.
go off. I gotta kill you on the objective.
Very nice. So we do have that guide.
And then we'll go to this
So
guy,
reroll, hit
Executioner.
roll, so hopefully that will be enough
Goes off.
for the
Squad in the middle, looking
Banshees
for
to clear
there's a
those
one-
guys
so
for Ian, but
3 mortals
if
on
they
the Banshees
don't,
in the middle.
we will not get the objective.
That was a mistake.
What is?
Taking them out of their mortal protection.
Oh yeah, this Executioner is nasty.
It was the charge.
And then 3 more. Because Executioner, if it kills one, it does D3 more. Alright, I feel better about that squad going away now. And then we're going to cast Doom. I'm going to make Doom auto go off.
Okay.
And we are going to Doom the squad in the middle.
Yep.
Shooting time. Shooting them.
Yep.
24 shots.
Yep.
Here's the first 20. Oop, drop the dice. That's a lot of 6s.
You know what? It wasn't actually a mistake. I chose to do it to pull him out of mortals. Was for the +2 to charge that I failed.
Yes.
Well, makes me feel better at least.
Hindsight's 2020, I guess.
Yeah, I think
those
that was,
extra shots.
as bad as it
That was
feels,
good.
I think that was the
It's a
right
24
call.
shot squad. I only
Because
have
that would have been a
24
huge swing if that Terminator squad had
and
gotten
then
up to
these
that
ones are
area
gonna
in the top left-hand side.
Really good.
So as much as Paul can kick himself for not getting 5 up against mortals here,
Plenty of
I don't
value.
think he's,
Halo Doom trait right
I
there.
don't think he's making bad
So
decisions.
these ones are AP2 down to AP1 because of Armor of Contempt. These ones are AP4 down to AP3 for Armor of Contempt.
All 1 damage though, right?
Yes.
3s. We're good?
All right.
What a
And
save.
AP3s are just going to put you onto your invuln, I believe.
Yeah, because
AP4,
you're.
AP4 down to AP3.
Yeah, that's what's been confusing me is
Yeah.
you're pre-moderating it for me. And I'm
Sorry,
like,
I'm just
No,
playing against
no.
Armor of Contempt so much that I just like
6.
I auto
said
start
8?
doing the math. Yeah.
So force. Good. So that's just 2 damage.
Do they all have storm shields?
I've got a 2-up armor.
No.
I guess it didn't matter because
Yeah.
you didn't fail enough. But
Yeah. So I take 2.
Jane's R's going to throw 6 attacks into him.
As a ranged attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hits on 2s and wounds on 4s.
Damage.
1. Okay, that's going to be 5 AP3 down to AP2.
So force.
Yes.
Fail
All right,
2.
Pick one up. I'm about it.
It is an interesting question of etiquette, how you report your statistics to your opponent if they muck with them. But I think generally just give them the raw number and hope for the best. But that might be, in the pre-game discussion phase of the game, that might be an interesting discussion that will have to happen in the future.
So I wouldn't have been able to bring him over and then heal him.
I was conflating turns. Ignore me. Baharoth is going to just shoot at the wounded squad.
Yep.
4 shots.
We still have a prediction open?
These are winning at 4s. Okay, 2.
Complete that
AP2
bad
down to
boy.
AP nothing.
There you go, chat.
We're good.
Baharoth is leaving.
Goodbye, Barry.
No, I mean you were like 2 inches.
Viper into them.
You see what I'm saying? So
Cannon.
Fight, you would have had to been here and then pile that.
So now we're firing into
2
Terminator
auto
Squad and
wound, 1
cover
miss,
in the
so
bottom
that's
right-hand
just
side.
3 down to AP1.
But obviously that 0 plus
good.
effective save, thanks to
And
Armor
catapult.
Contempt plus cover, is going to be super difficult to get through if you're
Force.
not, if basically just a Dire Avenger.
Nothing.
Since those
Viper in the
Avengers
middle.
are
GGs.
base AP2, which helps a ton. Not in this
Force.
case.
1 AP1, 1 AP3 into those dudes. So AP1 is going to be
3 up.
3 up, yes.
We're good?
And then AP3 is a 5 up?
Yeah, because it's nimble.
Yeah.
Nope.
2 damage.
Down
Yeah,
to
it definitely feels
That's
like
right, they're the -1
the
damage
raw
score.
AP makes a ton of sense.
Force. 1 AP3.
1. Oh, because there was a 6. I was like,
Yeah.
I was 5. Good.
You're good? Dire Avengers shooting into them. Just a bunch of shots. That's a really bad hit roll, though.
That's ridiculous.
Good thing I moved my Guardians out.
Like Lords are and everything.
So 1 so far. I have 13 more shots after this because they're a full squad. So to roll these to wound first.
4 wounds.
So 1 auto wound and 5.
Green 8 Terminators suck.
5 regular wounds, and then this is 10. 13 more for the rest of the squad.
I mean, it's gonna be because he doesn't break non-faction stuff. He's got the agent of chaos.
Force. Oh, wait, I have 2. What am I doing?
Yeah.
Roll those.
Alright, didn't matter.
It's 2.
Alright, so
Not a great
these
roll
ones
there.
are AP2 down to AP1, so 4 ups and 5 ups.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, that's in addition with the Jinx. I think Jinx,
4 ups.
you probably just add
Takes
to your
3.
own AP value, right?
And then 2 5 ups.
Just be, like, Jinx
And
is
I am
just
going
functionally
to
plus 1 AP.
1
on it.
CP
So you might as well
match
just add it.
agility them. And they're all just going to run
That
back
is a
behind
special
the
case,
wall.
though. There aren't that many additional effects
Guardians are gonna
that
fire
stand
into
with
them.
AP that also modify it.
Guardians have 20 shots. They are 3-0ing ones because I have a Guardian tagging the objective.
Yep.
Alright.
Yeah, hitting that objective for the reroll, pretty smart on Ian's part. Since they are now defending it,
Can't even.
being Guardian defenders. Those Wind Riders will get rerolls against the enemies that are on objectives, though, which is important to keep in mind.
And then this is all going to be Force rerolling.
I do like those mechanics, by the way. I think those are cool and interesting and appropriately thematic as well.
Boys. Nothing. Alright, so these ones, 5 on your armor, so 5 3-ups, and then 5 5-ups. Or actually, he's a Storm Shield, so 5 4-ups.
So that is the 3 ups. 1 failed 1. It's got 1 left, and then 5 4 ups. You got him.
Cool
Dead on
beans.
that guy, unfortunately. Although I don't think it would have mattered quite so much because even if he had survived, the Guardian defenders could have pushed
2 CP
forward
for
to take
them.
the
They're
objective.
going to battle focus back, or fire and fade back behind the wall.
And then those guys are.
So these guys are matched agility, and these guys are fire and fading.
Okay, so how much CP do you have left?
I'm at 5. I spent 3 on that. And then charge phase Banshees into them.
Yep. Would we say a 4? Yep.
So looking for a 4.
You got it.
With a 7.
Okay, so the question
And
here
then
is whether or not these
James are into
Banshees can clip out 5 Terminators,
that will
since the
not get
Banshees
there.
did fail their objectives.
Yeah, I'll CP reroll that.
And Janes are failing her charge on the other side of the table.
6 will get me. I believe a 6 is what I needed.
Ooh, that's pretty close.
I mean, 7's over his base.
Okay. Yeah, you're good. You're
So
good.
6 will get me like right here.
We pre-measured, brah. Because I didn't know before.
I mean, I did pre-measure it. I would just, but it
Just
was
not in this phase.
It was Banshees all fly in. Fights last because they're both Banshees.
Yep.
And at the start of the fight phase, Crone Scream activates. So on a 2-up, they're going to take D3 plus 1 mortals. So it goes off. It's going to be 3 mortal wounds onto that squad.
Very nice. So clips 1
So
Terminator
there's a
with
guy on
the
2, so now there's another
impact
guy on 2.
attack.
Yep. Circle of Life. I'll fight with them first.
Was it the guy with the storm shield or the guy with the? I don't want to cheat you.
I honestly don't remember who you put it on.
1, 2, 3 was the lightning claw.
4, 5, 6 was the storm shield.
Works for me.
4, 5, 6 was the storm shield.
So I have to do my Banshee separately because my Exarch has piercing strikes and mirror swords.
Yep.
So the first 12 are just the regular girls. And I have guide on them, so they are getting
Good
4
thing we're
rerolls to
rerolling
hit.
there.
Wait,
That wasn't
I
a
thought,
great
no.
hit.
Oh yeah, you did put guide over here.
Yeah.
So what were the rerolls over here?
Guardians reroll 1 when they're on an objective.
Okay.
Yeah, they also had Doom on the
Cool.
objective
One
they were
miss.
shooting. Wow, look at that conversion, though.
That's
a big deal.
Because the plus 1 to wound is ignored by transhuman.
Yep, so the Deathwing transhuman effect's coming into play now, but
4,
that is a
5?
big deal.
5,
Wow,
and
okay.
And
Fair enough.
Damage?
1 damage piece.
5 at AP 4.
5 going
So those would be 4 ups on lightning claws. No, 5 ups on lightning claws, 4 ups on.
Yes.
So we'll do the first ones on how many?
But we are
guys
only
just
AP3
one
on the
wound?
mirror sword, so this would be
1
something
wound for each
for
Exarch.
armor contempt.
3 for the exile.
Okay.
And the Exarch has 10 attacks, AP3 damage 2.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll do 3.
We'll do 3 at first on a storm shield, force.
Okay.
And now we got to do 1 at a time on the storm shield. Okay. Storm shield dead.
Easy peasy.
And 1 more. Saves it.
Cool.
Interesting pull for the center of the unit there. That's a big attack, although shouldn't make that much of a
And
difference as long
then-
as
No,
that front
it was
guy is
5.
in melee.
Yeah,
then we'll
I
get
did
to
5.
combat
Oh,
activate
yeah, I'm sorry.
and then pile in back into coherency. But now the mirror sword's attacking and it's 2 damage swing.
10
That'll
attacks
be a
from the
big deal.
Exarch, 3s, re-rolling. I have that. Wow, that was really bad. That was better. And then 4s.
The hit rolls have been terrible. Turns out that guy was
was
very
great.
prescient. That
Wound
was a
roll,
really good wound
made
roll.
up for the lackluster hit roll. 5, AP3,
AP3.
Still damage 1.
damage 2 for the Exarch.
Save on 4.
5.
She has piercing strikes.
5 at AP 3.
The unit should survive.
so down to
though.
AP2
Actually,
for armor. Yeah.
literally it can't
Yeah,
die.
so we'll do 4 ups back here on lightning claw.
2 at a time, 4 ups. Okay, 1 at a time, 4 up. That was the red one's the one I just rolled. 4 up, and then 4 up.
Okay.
Oh,
So,
what a
lightning
save.
claw.
All right.
Doesn't even go down. Oh, he does because he carried one.
That's all their attacks.
But that means
James
that the
are.
unit's going to survive. They
I'm
can't
just doing
fail
her
tomorrow out because they're
regular
Deathwing.
old.
And they are going to steal that objective away. Yep. So, a little bit of a similar situation as the last turn, where Dark Angels failed to take the left-hand objective. But now we are going to be able to take that right-hand objective, and maybe that overcommittal for Paul wasn't too big of a deal. Looks like Janezar is going to peel that Terminator out, and she will consolidate into the remaining 3. That will pin them, though. And they do have a trouble falling back because they can't kill Jane in 1 round of combat here.
That's correct. So this will be 3s with the lightning claws.
And one thing that's often forgotten, in fact,
And
I
then
did it literally yesterday,
3s
is that we could have declared a set to defend for Paul here, and he would have been +2 to hit, meaning he would actually be hitting those Banshees on 2s, even through their -1 to be hit in melee.
3, 4, 5 ups into them, right?
It's an important thing to remember if you're wholly within a ruin.
Say
That
3 of them.
oh,
And
and
then
those
4
saves are so good.
Thunderhammers. Just the 1.
Okay.
And it does wound.
Sure. It'll pick up another one.
Oof. So the Howling Banshee's not even removed, which means that squad can't continue to push forward.
Of course, there's my wire.
Okay.
All right, and that's that for me.
And Deathwing have trouble
I'm on 3
falling back,
objectives.
although they are still holding the
So I
objective.
get strangle again. That turn I killed.
You
3
definitely don't want to eat a
Terminators,
second turn of attacking
5
from the mirror
Terminators,
swords, however.
2 Terminators.
Yeah, we could count from
So
here.
that's another third.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm just trying, like I said, I'm just trying to keep a count while I
20. You're at 7 points because you're at 60 wounds.
Yep, that's what I got. I'm just trying to keep a count as I go because you can revive them. I don't want to mess it up.
Makes sense.
And I go up to an 8 on knockwind because I have these 3 quadrants done.
Yeah. I think I already marked that. Oh, no, I didn't. 1, 2, 3.
All right. To you, sir. Up 6 CP.
Yes. All right, so I'm on 2 points.
Yes, sir.
For 8.
Okay. Let's see what we can do here for the Dark
Alright,
Angels. The
plus
score
2 to
does
charge.
look pretty bad for them right now, but one thing to keep in
Got
mind
it.
is that Dark Angels do score exponentially more, or I guess like a sort of progressively more, as the game continues because of that stubborn defiance. As long as they hold this home objective with the same OBSEC unit every turn, so we have a unit of 5 dudes back there holding that down, and it is unlikely that the aeldari are going to be able to get objectives secured over there to hit them, then they will be scoring progressively more and more points every turn, up to a 15 if they are able to hold it all game. Not to mention the fact that they have a banner on that objective, so they're going to be scoring that much +1 every turn.
Good lord. I can't re-roll that.
Thank the Lord.
Okay.
So it looks like no reroll away from Janezar.
That was what I was hoping when I put James
And
on.
this whole flank is has sort of fallen apart for Paul.
So that's going to be a 5-inch charge. All right, maybe even a 4-inch.
Let's see if we can get an interrogator chaplain into them. That's not enough to kill a unit.
Yep, that's 5. Because I have the plus 2 to
You know,
charge.
Dire Avengers, they have a 5+ invulnerable
Yeah,
save these guys,
I'm not
which
too
helps
worried
the
about you
time.
taking that one. 2 up, 4 up on him?
Yes. No, 3 up, 4 up.
Okay.
So I'm not going to spend anything else on it right now. Yeah, I'll save it. All right.
So I'm going to auto advance my apothecary. It's 20. I'm going to bring back. I could do it at the end. I'm just going to do it now so I don't forget.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I'm going to bring back a.
I don't much care when you do it. I know you're going to do it.
What do I want to bring back?
So one guy took 2, right? Yeah.
Real power of the Ravenwing apothecary here, as opposed to having a standard foot apothecary who is much cheaper, is that those Ravenwing apothecaries have that bike they can use to gun around the table and revive models on opposite flanks from each other. So we can really see that guy peel around and put Terminators wherever Paul needs them in this army. Not to mention the fact that he's tougher to kill, he's better profile. I believe he has a Inner Circle keyword, and I'm not sure that Standard Apothecary has access to it without being upgraded.
And he can move 22 inches and shoot.
Hitting on 3s, nothing fancy. Right.
So I'll just get him in range
Sounds good.
for the protection.
So putting it within 3 of them.
Do I care? Yeah. Okay. No, you can't do. I don't know why I'm still screening you out.
Yeah, I have no way to go into your back corner unless I just throw Baharov back there, but like that's just a waste of Baharov. So he's picking up maybe 1 Terminator by himself.
Okay. All right. Psychic. We're gonna fight last the Banshees.
Furthest forward deny is right here. So I'm pretty sure you're outside of it unless you moved up.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
You're good.
Important that we get
6
this
to a 7. You are engulfed in
fight
fear.
last
Plus 1 to
off. There
cast.
it is.
So, sorry, not engulfing fear. Mind Worm, which is a 6. So that's 1 mortal wound. And fight
will
last.
force that Mirror Sword not to hit the
X-Arc
Terminators
alive.
before they
Yep.
they go swing. Those Howling Banshees only fight last their targets if they charge that turn, which unfortunately we didn't do because we're in ongoing combat.
Yeah, I might as well keep trying.
So hopefully that will mean that it's a dead unit to this Terminator squad.
Yeah. Everything in there.
Okay.
But dealing with this left-hand side
we're
is going to be the
gonna
real question of Paul's game plan here. He assembled as best the plan as he could, which was a 75%er to get that Terminator squad into the Dire Avenger squad. But unfortunately, it fell apart a little bit.
And then just 2 on banners.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We're gonna take away OBSEC from the Guardians.
Sure.
It's gonna go off on a 10.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but it's going to do the same thing.
And now I can't give that back to them, right? They're just obsecless.
They can't use Obsec or any similar rule till my next Psychic phase.
Just want to make sure that if I cast Will and then it wasn't like, well,
And they can't do actions either.
That's fine.
All right, so shooting. We're going to shoot crack missiles from here.
Sure.
So 2s.
Going to the
then-
Viper?
Yeah.
Yep, and the Storm Bolters are going to go in there too.
Sure.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
And then 3s. Okay, 2, AP -2.
5 ups.
Bad hit roll.
I'll save them both.
And 2 saves on the Viper.
Glorious.
If that Viper survives, it's
12.
going to be brutal.
Was that that squad or that squad? Okay.
The Viper's currently
And
holding
Storm
down the middle
Bolters.
objective,
That's a lot of
and we need
And then
to force
5.
Eldar down to an 8
sir.
at worst.
3, 4?
4, AP.
None. You said you were an assault, right?
Yep, AP none. Takes 3.
He takes 1. He's a 3-up armor save.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought there were 4s.
All of the Eldar bikes or light vehicles are 3-up armor saves. Actually, I think all the Eldar vehicles are 3-up armor saves.
That's wild. All right, so same thing from this squad.
Sure. So for that squad, I believe it's just the missile launchers that can see him, right?
Yeah. There's no guns.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yep. And then so 2s, and then 3s.
Yes, sir.
3
Benefit
at
of that.
AP2.
Dark Angel plus 1
5
hit when you
ups.
don't move.
See if he
Getting
can
that
keep
2
going hot.
plus.
Oh my God, he does.
Jeez,
6,
these saving rolls are insane.
All right, I'll spend a CP there.
Okay.
And we're gonna reroll
Gain 1,
to try
spent 1,
get
back
that
down to
guy
5.
down.
Yes, sir.
Yikes.
5 or 6, he dies.
Let's do it.
And then there's bolters.
4, he's down to 1. Can we kill him with 2 Storm Bolters? Let's roll a bunch of 5s. Just a ton of 5s.
Yep, 5s. That is 3.
Hey, that's okay.
3 ups. I'll see if you reroll that last one, see if I can keep him alive. I do.
Yikes.
That couldn't have gone worse. That's real bad.
Yeah, that's not good at
Shoot
all.
nothing else that can shoot him, right?
I don't think so.
Perfect.
Yeah, because at the very least, we'll score Eldar
Melta.
Over here.
an additional primary this coming turn because that guy's
And a
survived
2.
the center.
Yes, sir. Might I suggest melting your dice down and making a sacrifice to new dice?
Jesus Christ. And I didn't re-roll this phase.
You have not. No, you just rerolled
You
damage.
reroll the damage.
Yeah, no, you're right. 100%.
Yeah.
Okay, charges.
Yikes. So 5-inch over there.
I will overwatch him. So 24 shots on the Overwatch. Let's see some 6s.
So overwatching into the Interrogator Chaplain on the left-hand side, upper left-hand corner over
All
here.
right, 3 on your invuln.
That was just a hit.
Halo Doom.
Oh, right.
5 attack. 5 shots.
Okay.
1
Takes
damage.
1.
We tried.
I think he's got 5 wounds.
I'll double check that.
Yeah, the Interrogators have an extra wound over the regular Chaplain, which is pretty nice.
Unbelievable, man. I've been trying to take this objective for 3 turns.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
There you go. Big 10. That's good, at least. A 12 would have been real bad.
Big yikes for me.
So you've got them first, then Jane Czar, then them, then my Banshees if they're left.
All right, so
Unfortunately, I don't think
attacks on
this
the charge?
Interrogator Chaplain it has what
It's
it
on
takes.
choose. I'll lightning fast them.
yep. So you're down to how many CP?
2.
Okay. And this is going to be 2s, 3s, and 2s, but re-roll. Yeah. Do you actually want to do that? I got my re-rolling
Oh,
litanies
these
off.
full rerolls? I don't give
Yeah.
a shit then. Yeah, 3s.
Yeah.
Murder my Dire Avengers.
Yep. So this is going to be 2s re-rolling
And 2s. That's not good.
Yeah, so
don't need to
hoping
let
for
you pass, I
mortal
can
wounds
just
off
crush your dice
Benediction of
before.
Fury.
Okay,
Oh
so
my
5.
god!
Do you have an invuln?
Yeah.
Oh, that was the
matter
wound
what the
roll. Excuse
AP
me,
is,
Chad.
but
I
they're
thought that was the
armor
saving throw.
core,
That was 75
so
ups.
So I'll say 2 of them. You die?
Okay.
Yeah, looks like only 3 go down and no mortal wounds from Benediction.
We'll just kill 2 that are not on the
That
objective.
kill. Although highly
So 3
unlikely
die, though?
that the
Oh, sorry, yeah, 3.
interrogator
live,
chaplain
3
wipes a
die,
unit of
and 3
models.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty insane,
Just
I think,
so
if I
you're
do say so
aware,
myself.
he is. That squad does now count as half strength for purposes because he's got the scary face.
Sure. Does he reduce their leadership at all?
I'll double check.
Okay.
Might actually
Right
matter.
now they only fail on a 6. It's
Pretty big deal.
Jane's
That's funny, actually.
Go
Her
ahead.
piercing strikes again.
If the interrogator
I'm
chaplain's
gonna
combat
auto
attrition
hit
affecting
2 of them
rule
to make sure that
comes
this
into
is better
play
than
in a
last
big way
time.
this game,
And I still rolled
would not be something I would expect to have happen.
He doesn't reduce there.
And then 4s. That's better, Jay-Z.
3.
3, AP3, damage 2.
Okay. So it's going to be,
You kill 1 dude, I think.
yeah, kill 1 dude. And he can only take 3, right?
Jay-Z, yeah. All Phoenix Lords can only take 3 wounds of phase.
Okay. And then we're going to go over here.
-1 hit.
+1.
Yeah, so just 3s. It just counteracts your Dark Angels +1.
Yep. This is going to be 3s.
You're not rolling for Shock Assault, correct?
Oh, no, I am. Because it's Lightning Claw, 2 for Lightning Claw, and then 2, so it's 4 apiece. No, you're 100% right. So 8.
Sorry, I wanted, because it seemed like a lot
No,
of dice, I
no,
wanted
it's
to make
you're
sure.
fair. And this isn't the only thing. I still have the Thunder Hammer. So
What's up?
I still have the Thunder Hammer. So.
Yeah.
And then 3s.
Re-rolling.
Yeah, it would be unfortunate
Yeah,
here
that was
for
it.
Paul if this Mirror Sword
So
XR
2 on my 5-ups.
is able to
I'll make
escape.
1 fail 1. So it's just the XR left.
Yep. And then 3.
Can fall back and
Thunder
charge
Hammer
for 1
attacks.
CP in Aeldari.
Hitting on 4s.
And she's so many attacks she can start hunting characters.
pretty good. Wounding on
Very
2s.
awkward. Oh, wow. 3 failed Thunderhammer wound rolls on the
You haven't
XR.
used a CP reroll this phase if you want to use one.
Yeah, and he's got so many attacks that when he swipes back, he's going to kill things.
It's not unlikely that I kill at least 1 Terminator back.
Yeah. All right. Need the 2.
So CP reroll
Fail it.
into a successful
how much damage?
wound,
3.
Yeah.
which will kill her, and it looks like we're just going to peel her. Oh my
I think
god.
that was the correct move there because
I kind of appreciate that Ian didn't like go for a
Alright,
CP
you get to-
on
I get
that
to slap
saving
back.
throw.
This will
Although
technically
the
my slap
psychological
doesn't matter who goes first.
damage
No,
inflicted
right.
on your opponent may have been worth the 1 command point, because if you pass that last 5+ invulnerable save, if I was Paul, I would be losing my mind. Insane dice. Does seem like a lot of things are against Paul right now. In really, really good saves on his Viper in the center. Missing the 7-inch charge is unfortunate, but not out of the realm of possibility. But the triple 1s to fail to kill the Banshee there was brutal, and it cost him a CP. And it looks like we're eating damage on the Interrogator Chaplain now. Oh, no.
And then 3s with the Thunder Hammer.
4s because Jay-Z is a Banshee.
4s with the Thunder Hammer. But I will re-roll wounds because it's character.
Yep.
Oh, I'm outside of 6. Because he's 6 up aura. 6-inch aura of re-rolling hits, but I'm outside of the 6. I didn't get in it. And so this will be 2s re-rolling.
4 up.
Okay. So I will get.
You killed 1 squad.
Yeah, and you didn't kill a squad this turn. Oh no! In your turn, you killed this squad.
Yeah, you killed 1 squad, so that's grind. Unless these guys run from morale,
Yeah.
then
Oh my.
you don't get grind.
That's 6 points.
Yeah.
That's another 7 points.
Well,
Yep.
I have to roll morale for them, so on a 6. They're good. So yeah, that's unfortunately nothing on grind.
Oh, no.
You do
chat.
get
3.
no, you don't get
Pest.
anything because you already controlled that objective, so you don't get anything for direct assault. No, so you get 2 for direct assault because you kill the unit on the objective.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm to 8 there.
Yes, sir. And then we
That's
go
brutal.
to turn 4. Because I still control the middle, I control 1, control 2.
Yes.
I go up to. I should go up to 3 CP. I was at 2, so I'm up to 3 CP. And let's start doing some stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, moving into the late game now, I have a difficult time
This Viper is just going to come over here and touch
seeing
the
how we
Guide comes
move
back.
past
Go for
this
the
turn.
draw. Baharat's going to come touch over here.
I think that's a 12er on primary, it looks like, for Aeldari, because we're holding 3 objectives on their table half. Dark Angels were able to take
22
bottom
gets
right, but top left remains Eldari's
this guy
thanks
to
to
right
the Dire Avengers.
This spike squad is just going to come zipping over here.
Dire Avengers outnumbering the Interrogator Chaplain there. Yeah, and that should mop up that left-hand side. Bottom right, we'll probably hold out for a little bit for
These Dire Avengers
the Dark
are
Angels,
just
thanks to
going
the number of
fall back.
Terminators they have down there, but losing the center of that turn was such a big deal. I think, like Paul pointed out, it's a 7-point swing. There's an additional 4 on primary and a grind and a bonus point, so an 8-point swing on primary that Viper surviving. Yeah, I almost wonder if it was worth like trying to get a character gun into range or something. It would have been tough. So Eldar now pilling way far ahead, 23 points up, and will easily be able to score probably the full bonus point, potentially at least 2 for sure, as well as a stranglehold, pump up their no prisoner score. Don't know where the retrieved knockwind data comes from, but they should be able to push it pretty hard, I think. Well, chat, it was an interesting game, but I think things are looking pretty far down for our Dark Angel friends. Best case scenario, I think, is that they score an 8-point turn this coming turn. Then they have to prevent a 12er, and then they have to get a 12er themselves. But losing out on... And you're down to 1 CP, right? That would give them a little bit of an edge in primary. So basically, things go super downhill, I think, if this squad on the right-hand side survives. So this squad down here, we need them to live, basically. I think for Dark Angels to have a hope, because they will obstacle that objective away. We'll see how it does. Oh, all right. Well, rolls are bad.
Doom goes off with an 8.
I'll try to deny.
Sure.
This is with Ezekiel. That's an 8. He is not within 12. Who's in range for you to
Put it on.
Those guys.
And who can shoot at them? Just him?
These 2.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
Okay. Doom, and we'll cast Executioner. Do I want to do that? Is there anyone behind the wall here?
Not right behind it.
I'm not going to cast Executioner.
'Kay.
I don't want to kill myself out of range. That's all my psychic powers. Yeah, let's go ahead and just do some shooting. I'm going to start off with my Farseer for Bosir.
Yep.
Bosir is going to Blade Storm. So that's going to be 6 mortal wounds and 6 explosions. or 3 explosions.
Okay.
Because Blade Storm
big
gives me
hit
extra hits
roll.
on 6s.
This is the bow guy?
Yeah.
Wait, okay.
It's Shuriken Pistol, so
Yeah,
a Relic
that's
Shuriken
the big
Pistol.
And
hit
it's the
roll
Corrupt's
strands of
bow?
fate dice.
So these ones
roll,
are going
so
to be
we're just
forced to
gonna
wound re-rolling.
Auto 6, 3 hits, which will explode, and hit for 6s to wound as well. So 6 mortal wounds, plus you get to roll the 3 additionals to potentially do even more mortal wounds. So we could, if we roll triple 6s again here, we could 12 mortal wound in out of this guy.
Say, huh?
Death.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Banner
Okay, I'll leave it
actually
as is.
could potentially
that's supposed to
clip
be
the
9
Viper
mortals.
out if we get a heavy
Wait.
weapon to shoot.
Oh, that
Each one of these is 2, and then each one of these is 1, so I didn't roll any 6s.
crazy. All right, so I'll do them all together.
Sure.
I'm not going to hold one back. So this will be just 6s.
Sounds good.
Because the 5-up is over there.
Yes, sir.
So that's 3.
Okay.
So it does 6.
So I'll just kill 2 Terminators.
Yep, and then I got to roll. They both have the same profile, so I'm going to roll for shoot on death for both of them.
That's really fun.
4-ups. Please, please, please. Yes.
I'll just pick them up.
But so the thing is, it's 2 separate activations. So I could shoot here and then shoot here. So
Okay.
you might want to wait because it hasn't. The phase hasn't ended yet.
He is outside of Lookout, so range, so yeah.
Okay. So the first guy. This
right.
will be on 2s.
This is
guess
another
now-
potential path to victory.
Does this happen after he, would he get just a battle focus before you do this? Does this happen?
I don't know. I'm not sure on the order, honestly, because I die and I shoot when I die. So I guess I would get to shoot because I die and then you
Yeah,
battle
I
focus.
believe the model's destroyed before I battle focus. So.
Yeah. All right. So that's the first guy who's shooting here.
Yep.
2 hits and then wounding on 3s. I will. He's got 1 wound left.
Yes, sir.
How many CP do I have left? 3. I'll spend 1. Oh.
Okay. 2 at AP2.
5 ups.
All right. He is dead. Does he blow?
Let's see.
Yes.
Sure does. I
Oh!
don't think anyone's within 3 of him. Maybe the
No
Farseer.
way.
Yeah, the Farseer's not even within 3.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
All right. Well,
he's dead.
Viper's down.
And that's 1 thing for grind. And then I'll shoot crack missiles into the Farseer.
See if we can accidentally
2
pick
hits.
the Farseer
I
up.
am
2
gonna
hits is a
lightning
good
fast the
start.
Farseer. It doesn't matter because you rolled 6, but I am going to lightning fast the Farseer.
Okay. And then wounding on 2s.
T4.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, made him spend 2 CV.
Unbelievable. Okay.
No storm bolters?
I fire 1. I get to choose
Oh,
1
you
weapon.
don't get the full profile?
No. It's just like if I was in close combat, I'd actually only get 1 swing. But since the.
He'll just battle focus 1.
Will that get him.
It'll get him within Lookout Sir range.
Okay.
He's going to right here. Cool. So that gets him within 3 Guardians.
Okay. But he would still be the closest invisible pretty easily.
So invisible doesn't. If there's other models that are closer, even if they're not visible. It's
Right,
still,
but from over here, is there anybody in here? I'm saying like from right here.
No.
Just something you
but-
might want to keep in mind for the rest of your turn when you're moving around.
Yeah. I'm saying like they might still be closer this way, but there are angles you can get him at. He's not
Yeah,
perfect.
that's what I'm saying. So
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like be aware of that.
Baharat's going to shoot at the dudes behind the wall.
Yep.
4 shots. 1 miss, 1 auto wound, and this can be on 4s. Okay, 1, no or 2 AP down to none.
We're good.
Baharat is going to flap his wings and fly away.
Hey, sneaky. So we are
all of my bikes are
sacrificing
gonna shoot into
Bahareth
them.
there.
24 shots. They're
At
on
least
an
we have
objective, so the
something to
bikes
hold
are
that
gonna
center
reroll ones.
objective as well
The
to
bikes aren't
confirm our
No,
single
your
roll.
guys are.
Yes.
So catapult bikes get to reroll 1s if the unit they're shooting at is on an objective.
That's not confusing at all.
They couldn't just make it like regular Guardians who just do it when they're on an objective.
It makes sense to me. The bikes are an offensive unit, right? Guardians are a defensive unit.
Didn't work. And then the remaining 4
I
shots.
get it, chat.
And then these guys are going to be on 4.
Yeah, this is strength 4.
Really good.
Ooh,
That's
look at
not
those
bad.
gorgeous rending attacks.
These ones are no AP. 1 down to none, and these are just 3 down to 1.
2. We're good. Oh, no. That guy takes 1.
Sure.
And since it's a different activation, I will do the 6-up Feel No Pain now. Okay. So he's got 1 guy in here down to 2.
Yep.
And then
8 minus 3 down to -1.
okay, so 8 threes.
Yes, sir. Let's see some 2s.
Okay,
2
so
ones, I'll
2,
take it.
and then Feel No Pains. Okay,
2 3s, I'll take it.
1 guy dies.
All right, and then the Viper's going to shoot him.
Yep.
This is the catapult. Okay, I wish that was the cannon. So that's 3 minus 3s. So down to -1.
3s.
1 damage.
Okay, 1 guy's
And the
dead.
cannon. 1 on your 3-up.
We're good.
Spikes. Let's Jane Czar first. Jane Czar into your dude. 6 attacks. And
Wait, where? These are shots.
yes.
Okay.
And then 4s.
3.
3 AP3. So just 3 on your involved.
And this is on the Terminators?
Them into them.
Oh, into him.
Yes.
Okay. So 1 damage.
Damage 1.
Are you trying to get the Reapers or the Dire?
You did fall back, right?
Oh, sorry, I can't do that. Yes, Jane Czar's fall back and charge, not fall back and shoot.
Okay.
So she can't do that.
And
so
the Dire Avengers
they
also
just fell back. These guys are just going to hose him.
Okay.
Actually, he's more likely to die in combat anyway. These guys are going to hose your Terminators.
Okay.
So 24 shots, no rerolls. Sorry, I completely spaced on that. Yeah, she cannot unless I do the other part of that stratagem.
No rerolls?
None over here.
2.
2, and then the remaining 4. All right, so that's going to be AP none, AP 3.
We're good.
And then AP 3 on them goes down to AP 2.
Yep, so 4s. Take 1.
1 more.
1.
It's 5.
Oh. Take 1.
Okay. That is all of my shooting. Let's do some charging. She'll just charge them, I guess. Okay, 7. I'll make it.
Okay.
Let's delete him. I'm going to do her sweep attack. She has 12 attacks.
And she's got 6 wounds and is unhurt.
Huh?
She's not hurt right now. She's got 6 wounds.
Correct. So this is going to
Essentially
be
a fight
12
on
attacks,
death in
hitting on
the chamber
2s,
here
moving on
for the
4s.
Interrogator Chaplain.
And
That
that's
is, I
going to
believe,
be
the only objective secured on that objective right now. So if the
7.
Interrogator Chaplain can
7
face
on your
cap
ball.
her and we can kill her with the 2 Terminators over there, that is enough
Does it matter? Could I save him?
for
he's got 2 wounds,
Paul
so
to
even if,
take that
even if you reroll 1, he's
objective
dead.
away.
2 CP to have him fight on death. Not worth my last 2 CP.
Okay. There
Gonna
we
do
go.
it. No dice.
And she will just consolidate 3 inches to here.
Yep.
But I think we did do
That's my only
a couple
charge.
things did
Cool.
go.
So I do control 3, so I'll get strangle.
Go Dark
Uh,
Angel's way that
yes. Yep.
And I killed 2. That's it. So
Okay.
turn. 2
And then
units killed
you direct assaulted or no?
from the Dark Angels,
no.
but lost one themselves.
Well, you killed somebody on an
Yeah, I get
objective
2
for
on
2.
direct assault.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you're at 7.
yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm at 10.
So I'm confused.
So
Round 3.
on direct assault,
Oh,
I've
you-
gotten 2, 3, 3, 2.
Oh, okay. I didn't mark you down last. Okay, and I'm gonna get 8, and then 5 for Stubborn Defiance, and 1 for Banners. And you've killed 1 unit.
They can't end inside the building, right?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
So you need to kill one other thing to get grind this turn. You already killed the Viper.
Right.
So
How many
we
wounds does he have?
need
6. 6. 4 up invuln.
I think I might have triggered that fight on Death Chat. Although, did we move? Did we make a mistake here on the Eldar side? Did we move out of lookouts range? Actually, I'm not sure it matters.
Oh,
I think that these heavy weapons
The Guardians have OBSEC?
can fire into
No, the Dire Avengers don't.
Just JZ.
Jane's.
Oh, she does.
Yes. All Phoenix Lords have OBSEC.
Regardless, so if the heavy weapons over there can phase
So I have OBSEC in the
counter,
middle and I have OBSEC over here.
Yep.
then that opens up again the opportunity for these Terminators on this side that are hiding down in the corner here to clip her in the fight phase and OBSEC that objective away. We are pushing to round 5 now, so basically all the Dark Angels need to do is lock Eldar to their lowest possible score. We have a 5-point turn for Stubborn Defiance waiting in the wings.
No, I can't -1 damage this squad over here. I'm going to -1 damage this squad right here. Because he's over here. Pop carry that does it. But the pop carry is going to heal a guy and res a guy.
I got a 12 last turn, not an 8. So I was on 3. You didn't take the middle from me, and I outnumbered you over here.
At the beginning of the turn?
Yeah, I was on here. I had a Viper here, and I had my Dire Avengers over here.
That's what I have.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember. I believe you.
Yeah, well, because that was why killing the Viper was a.
Yep.
Okay. So you're at 71?
That's what I have. Yeah, I currently have the score 71-54.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. We're gonna move this guy over here. I need to kill one other thing, actually.
We're gonna.
Yeah, so if we can get a charge into Behareth, this objective continues. This objective, excuse me,
Only one who can heroically intervene, right?
continues to be
Yes.
OBSEC'd away.
Yeah, none of these guys are characters. And I don't have any heroic stratagems.
Okay.
So
3 off of JZ is like that. So if you charge
yeah,
through a
we
wall
need
like
to
here, you
clip.
No, I'm trying to see if there was a way to advance. What would I need on my advance to take the?
If she heroics straight this way, that's the max range she can go. So you would need a 9.
Yeah, I'm trying. Meant this way, kind of.
Oh, that way?
Yeah. So that's my 5 right there.
So it looks like the alternate plan here is not even to roll on Janezar and try to kill the and try to remove her objective secured with Ezekiel. And if we can do that, then Paul doesn't even have to attack her. It's a little dicey, though. I mean, any of these plans are dicey.
And you get outside of heroic range of JZ.
No, we're not going to advance.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're just going to try to kill her. The other opportunity is that Paul could, if he gets the OBSEC power
We're gonna
off, or the anti-OBSEC power, he could just
advance with
charge
these
out
guys.
of charge range into the bikes.
Quick!
And gives them a good opportunity to clip that unit out in order to score another grind point. Ravenwing
giving up on the middle.
Apothecary pushing back.
I'm just getting out the way,
Sure.
you know?
Not sending
So they're
units
not
to
coming
the center,
forward then,
though.
right?
No.
Taking them back.
So I think that will allow Eldar another
And
8-point
this
turn
guy
on
can
the
move
bottom
22?
of round 5.
Yeah.
And I
16 inches and the auto advance is 60.
think we have to cap them to 4 and push for a 12 on the final turn. That's what it
assault
feels like to me, but maybe
without penalty when they advance.
Paul knows the arithmetic better than I do.
I'm gonna bring back a into white squad.
The guys behind the wall.
Yeah.
All he needs is
This-
one
these
model
guys
to
behind
fight
the wall.
Behareth and not
Right
be
here.
killed, and he would be able to contest that objective, but we'll see.
Let's go check the time.
Yep.
Yeah, he's got 3 wounds. He's got an upgrade. 5. Yeah.
We're good. We got 44 minutes left. Moving right along.
Have to do this.
You know, I learned
unfortunately.
today,
Have to
or
stay.
the other day, that a professional chess match oftentimes, or has typically like a 2 or 3 hour chess clock per player. And people feel that 40k has a long chess clock when they play like 90 minutes or 75 minutes. But regular chess, which doesn't even have any dice in it, has even longer chess clocks. That's wild.
Auras.
Give them the shoot on death aura.
Yep. So I need a 6 on the dice to take away Obsec from Jane'Zar.
All right, here we go. We're rolling.
That is
Anti-obsec,
a 6 on the dice
and
exactly.
we roll
So that's
it.
turns into a 7.
You are in deny range this time because I've got Farseer right there.
Right. 7. Re-rolling.
24 off of my Farseer is like
Yep,
that.
I'm gonna spend a CP there. So I'm at 2 because I gained 1, spent 1.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so too low for Paul's liking. We're going to re-roll
So
it.
7 into an 8,
an
so you need a
8.
9.
Pushing
For
for
a
a
9.
higher
I'll
number.
get a 10.
And that's
Keep
a
that offset
deny. Oh, no.
Okay.
So now
All right.
Paul has to kill Jane'Zar. Which he might have the opportunity to do with his guns.
And just make sure that this was right. Yep. Okay.
So Jane'Zar is the closest to invisible for these guys here.
Yeah, sure.
So
They should both be able to see it pretty easily.
yes.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay. So we're gonna shoot.
So we need to
crack
phase
missiles.
cap Jane'Zar right
Minus
now.
1 to be hit.
Yep.
Doesn't
So doesn't matter. And then 2s. Okay. It's gonna be 2 at AP 2.
4
That
up.
wasn't great.
Failed 1.
I'll pass 1, fail 1. Yeah, that's fine.
No CP reroll.
There you go,
3
3
damage.
damage.
That's the phase cap on Jane'Zar, so she's taken her 3. She can now die potentially in the fight phase, although she, if I remember correctly, forces any enemy to fight last. that
These
engages
guys
her.
will shoot the
It's not only on the charge. So failing that mind worm, unfortunately, does mean we have to engage into her and take the
Threes.
opportunity that she might kill the Terminators before they get to swing.
2s.
AP?
Just 1.
Okay, so 4 up. Fail it. Which kill a non-exarch.
Yep.
Yeah, she also reduces enemy attacks by 1.
And then we'll
So
shoot
actually,
here.
this plan's getting a little
cannons into here.
dicey, chat. And by a little dicey, I mean
Will
extremely
everything into that
dicey.
thing?
I'll let you. Actually, I'm not gonna let you pass that.
Okay. So that's 2 hits.
Yep.
Wounding on toughness on these.
5.
3s. 1.
AP 1, right?
2.
AP 2?
Yep.
Okay. So that's going to fail regardless then.
Okay.
As long as there's any AP that goes through.
And,
Damage?
D6.
Oh, okay.
6.
He's dead.
Nice.
One shots the Viper.
So that'll be my grind.
Yes, sir.
Oh my gosh, chat.
How much do you have on primary overall?
34.
Yeah, things like
You're 28.
we're gonna see if we need to kill Jane'Zar right now.
So 8 plus 2.
Actually, you're at 30 because you're going to get 2 from direct assault for that.
Yep.
2, 3 if he kills Jane'Zar. And we're at minimum 8.
I'm trying to decide whether charging in and killing Jane'Zar is worth it.
Remember, I have 1 CP that I can stand her back up with.
Yeah, no, I know. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Oof.
But on a 4-up.
Yes. So basically, same as a CP reroll.
So
Yeah, I
many
mean, I'm not holding
failure
the point right now. I
cases
might as
in
well.
this. Yeah. All right, here we go.
We're in.
Charging Jane'Zar, but she will swing first because of that
Okay.
screamy face.
So this is going to be Chain Fist first. So this is going to be
We'll spend 1 CP.
go down to 1. This is going to be +1 to hit.
-1 to hit from Jane'Zar.
Yep.
So,
So I give them rerolls from the Farseer.
She's natively -1.
oh, so I wouldn't do it. Yeah, so it'll be 4s anyways.
Yeah.
So I won't spend
Is
it.
that optional?
So I have 2 CP.
Okay.
So 4s on,
And then 2s. That's funny. That's your dice.
I don't
2s
think
re-rolling.
that's optional, chat.
Okay. You get it. You can have your dice back. Sorry.
No worries.
and then this will be D3 damage.
All right.
3.
All right. She's dead.
1 CP. She's going to try and stand at the end of the phase, which I guess is now.
Yep.
Does it?
Okay.
3 wounds.
Okay.
So Janzar forces the fight last?
No. I mean, she does when she charges.
All the time.
Oh, all the time?
Well, why don't you just hit me then?
Because I still haven't done my Thunderhammer attacks, so.
This is like my second time running Janzar, so I was unaware.
Surprise. Yeah, her ability is just better than. She also reduces enemy attacks by 1.
Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, shit, I gotta read her Banshee Mask, I guess.
Yeah,
Nothing.
No
So
wounds.
it wouldn't have changed anything, but.
Appreciate it.
Thanks. I thought she was just a super Banshee.
Yeah, I mean, she is.
Yeah,
That's why
but-
all of her rolls are better than the Banshee rolls.
Okay, so that'll be the end of the turn then?
Yeah, end of the phase. So she stands back up in the morale phase, essentially.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. And you can't fail with the...
Correct, yeah. The Sergeant's still alive, so leadership 8 down to 7.
Yep, so I'll get 3 more for grind.
Sure.
Okay. And then
right,
you're
did
gonna
not
get
end up mattering,
score
chat.
8? No, 12?
But it does look
Still in
like
the middle of Bahar.
Janzar
Still
did
control that one with
respawn,
attack
so we
with Janzar.
forced the 4 up. She respawns
So that will
to, yeah, to hold that objective for Ian. And he's going to get a 12. So up. Up 23 points. I'm not sure what we can do here for Paul to pull back. We have to make a 23-point deficit. We did score out grind last turn. Yeah, we scored out grind around 4. He has a 5 in the bank on Stubborn Defiance.
So I did get 3.
And 2 on raise, so that's 7. So he has to make 16 points back. If he maxed primary that turn,
It would count for assassinate though, right?
he could score 15. So he would need to max primary, so get 3
But I already had it, so.
direct assault and score a 12, so hold more. Hold 2, hold more. And he would have to score out either an additional banner, which seems unlikely, or a grind them down. That seems super tough. But also we will get Stranglehold and get our no prisoners for Ian. So actually, I don't think it's possible. Just kidding. Well, I guess we would need to, in order to force a tie, Paul would basically have to score a perfect turn, I think. So he would have to score at least 1 additional banner on top of what he has for banners, plus a 12-point primary, plus a 3-point direct assault, plus a grind. And as it stands, that would tie, but I believe there's additional no prisoners points on the table for Ian. And I don't think there's anything else we can do, chat. We'd have to get more than 1 banner placed, I think. Unfortunate. Yeah, I don't see a way out here for Paul. We'll see how Ian's turn goes. Yeah, I do appreciate it. I think this is the correct play on Ian's part. He's just putting every single model he can on the center objective. Going to make it as difficult as possible for Paul to get any sort of leeway there. And if he contests every objective, at least for now, chats, not quite the same for Warzone Nephilim, but at least for now, towing onto those objectives will prevent additional banners from going down. So I don't believe any additional banners will be able to be placed, and I think that is kaput for Dark Angels, but we'll see what the final score looks like. I think this is a well-played game by both players. Paul getting a little bit unlucky over the course of his turns. Not killing the Viper in the center for a huge swing, a 7-point swing. Could have easily put him in a position to win on this final turn. And failing that charge on round 2 to get into the Dire Avengers could also have swung an enormous amount. So either way, I think that Paul had some good opportunities to get out of this matchup. I think this is a tough matchup for him from the beginning, given how fast and maneuverable Aeldari are versus a Dark Angel's army that is exactly the opposite. And while it is resilient, it's not a strong type of resilience against the style of play that Hail of Doom Aeldari bring, especially the style of damage that they bring. Because the Hail of Doom Aeldari is going to be dealing automatic wounds and large numbers of attacks at strength 4, neither of which are really protected against by the transhuman effect on the Dark Angels. No data slate this weekend, chat. Would have been a little unfair, I think, to implement the data slate like 2 days after it came out.
This was, you're smiting into Red Squad?
These guys into that.
Red Squad is, yeah, that's the last Red Squad, so I will try to deny. What'd you get?
All right.
9.
Your T5 4 wounds.
Oh, nope.
Okay, D3.
The dice tray has been slowly migrating off
Pop
camera
the injured one.
as the game has gone. It's just some very
Let's
forceful
go
players in this game.
to
All right. I'll do the spread.
Bowseer. Who is the smite target for Bowseer?
I'll give them.
Yeah.
Oh man, I think you probably could have picked, right? This guy?
Yes.
You could have picked, I think.
I
between the
want
two.
to try and get the smites onto the Terminators.
Okay, did you have more movement?
Yeah.
Okay. There you go.
Sure. So let's see what he needs a 6. I'll re-roll that too because Children of Prophecy.
15 Carnifexes was last round, chat.
How much
Unfortunately,
more, where's
they
the other psychic coming?
they kind of fell down against the
And
Knights.
where can Doom go?
Doom is
It was a
is
really
that guy.
interesting Knight build. It brought a lot of the tanky Knight subfaction abilities to make them super difficult to kill. And was really strong against the Carnifexes. But I think, honestly, the Carnifex player was a little bit inexperienced with the list and wasn't totally aware of all of the tricks they could use. And in this commentator's humble opinion, had the win in hand multiple times, and unfortunately wasn't able to, just didn't do what was necessary to convert it. So I think that it was the Carnifex game to lose, and then they did lose it, unfortunately. But some maybe more aggressive play on the Carnifex's part, and more aggressive use of stratagems could certainly have pulled them out for sure. It was a good game though. It was really fun to watch. A lot of stuff blowing up.
I'll get more dice.
Okay.
And then it's going to be D3 or 3 more mortal wounds.
Cool.
And then I will pay a CP to allow him to cast Doom. I'm going to auto cast Doom with a 3. Goes off in an 11.
Cool.
No. These are the Hawks.
And how many Terminators do you have on that squad left? Just 1?
Yep.
Okay. He is just going to Doom. He's got range over to there. Let me make sure Doom works like that. Yep. Range increases to 24 when I cast the 10 up. He's going to Doom those guys.
And you cast on a 10 up?
3 is an auto 6, and I rolled a 5, so an 11.
Oh.
And then we're going to dude in the middle. He's going to cast Guide. Looking for a 6. I'll just see if I can spike that up. Nope, I don't. So 7. Would you like to deny?
And hit guide can go.
Guide can go 18 inches off of him anywhere.
This guy?
Yeah. So definitely can't reach them.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. I will just guide my. They're out of range. I'll guide my bike squad.
Yep.
And we're going to cast Will of Asuryani. I re-roll that because Children of Prophecy. So it's 10.
Okay, I'll try to deny it.
Nope.
Okay. And that one was cast. This one's on an 8 or more. It goes up to 24 inches. So I'm going to put Obsec on those guys.
If that
Can go that far. I'm just trying to think.
Do you want to re-roll your deny?
Yeah. It's not smart, but I got to try something. Nope. You're
Okay.
good. You're good. Down to 1 CP.
Yep, we're both at 1 right now. That's all of my psychic. Let's go to the shooting phase. All of those bikes firing into your last Terminator.
Yep.
So this is going to be 24 shots. Here's the first 20. Do you still have that Terminator on an objective? Is he still on it or no?
It should be.
It's 3 from the center? No.
Okay. So I'm not rerolling ones on these guys. That's somehow cocked. Still a 2. That's no line. Here's the other 4. That's 5. Reroll those. Goodbye, auto hit. All right, still got an auto hit. And these are going to be on 4s.
Yeah, I'd like to put that into the Terminator to soften them up.
Okay, literally nothing that isn't AP3.
How many?
7.
Just 7.
AP2, 2 damage.
We are on 3s because we're in cover.
But just damage 1.
Stay strong, buddy.
Yeah. 7 AP3 damage 1. You're in cover, so actually, is he a Storm Shield or?
No.
Okay, so you ignore 2 of the pips, so 3 ups.
Alright, put Jane's wave into them.
Oh, kill them.
6 up, feel no pains.
Oh, true, yeah. I'll kill him.
Nothing.
There goes that Terminator, yeah. So that's probably that objective gone, I
try and
think,
battle
for
focus those
Paul.
bikes.
Yep.
And I don't know if he has
Try.
any out at this point.
1, nothing happens.
lost
What else
too
you got
much
behind that wall
stuff.
there?
Just
I
Just
guess
him?
we
Okay.
do
Power
have
off into
the Terminator on the left-hand side. Maybe there's an out if that Terminator survives literally everything and kills Jane
4s.
Czar.
No, 3s because he doesn't get inner circle.
I think that is probably the thing.
Yep.
So 2 AP2, so down to AP1.
Yeah, that's good.
Force, regardless.
Does the Apothecary not get in their circle? I thought it did.
Does he give himself feel no pain? I don't know.
I think so. I don't remember though, honestly.
Or is it infantry only? Is that the cutoff?
Bose here is going to finish him off. Hopefully.
Strength, no.
How much wounds do you have left?
4.
4. I'm going to auto wound one of these.
Alright,
Okay, so that's 4 mortal wounds.
It's crazy.
It's a nice little
Oh,
combo.
it's
All right,
infantry
so he's got 2 left.
I'll finish him in melee. Okay.
for the transhuman effect. I remember
Shuriken catapults into them.
that. I remember.
On 2s.
From this squad?
The Farseer.
Okay.
And on 4s, rerolling. Alright, going out of the trench, I gotta reroll. Alright, so be consistent with how I've been doing it. Down to AP1, down to AP none.
So
So this one's just a 2 up, these ones are
3 ups.
Yeah.
No, it's still 2 ups, unless you jinxed them, because they're in cover. So it's functionally a 0. It's so it's
if you take it on. Well, no, 'cause
so
our-
what is the AP on this?
So AP3, AP1.
Okay, yeah, so it is
Yeah,
3s.
so
Yeah,
yeah,
again,
so-
yeah. Again, you're
doing
doing the
that.
conversions first. So 3s.
Yes, sir.
Okay, takes 1, and then 2 takes
Just
2.
1 damage each. Just catapults.
And 1.
We'll fire this whole squad into them.
Yep.
This might be a mistake because they can shoot, but we'll see. So this is the first 20 shots, then they get to roll the other 4. They are, I got it down, I believe, yeah? Yeah, I got it down. Rerolling everything.
So right now, basically pushing our no prisoner score up as high as we can get it on Ian's side.
6. Reroll that because guys. Okay. So those are all 6s, and then these are 4s reroll. And I'm just going to reroll everything that isn't a 6 with these.
He's ridiculous. He used to be able to do it.
So those ones are AP nothing,
Yep.
and then the rest of these are functionally 1 AP.
Alright, so
Twos. And then
4, 8, 12, 13.
8, 11, 13. 3s. Damage 1.
Yes, sir.
1, 2, 3. So 1 guy dies, and then 2 wounds on the other guy.
Yes.
So 1 guy's down to 1, and we're gonna shoot on death on a 4 up. 4 up.
You're nailing that, man.
And then a 2 up into Jane Czar.
Oh man, James are not in.
Well, technically that's a shooting attack, so I could spend my last CP on it.
Sure.
Not in lookout range.
It would be a 3 up because Janes are -1 to be hit.
Oh
You mean
no!
shooting?
Yeah, Banshees are always -1 to be hit.
Oh, I thought it was just combat. Okay.
Unfortunate. That would have been sneaky, chat.
So I bopped one and put another one down to
That would have been the
one.
second Phoenix Sword that goes down to a out of activation shooting attack. That would have been amazing. Unfortunately, it didn't come to pass.
Jay-Z is going to shoot
I'm
six
surprised
times
James
that
R's not within
Terminator.
3 inches of those dire benchers. That
Missed twice.
looks like a cheeky 3 to
And
me,
on
chat. I think.
fours.
But that's okay. The attack didn't do anything
3
anyway.
AP3. So AP2.
So force.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
takes
1 damage. Dire Avengers. 3, 3,
Which ones?
those 3. It's just into your Terminator. Just trying to pick him up.
Yeah, so trying to kill this Terminator on the left-hand side. If he survives, there's play for the Dark Angels, but I don't. It doesn't look like he is. Gonna be.
It's all in the AP4 pile.
Okay, these are the auto wounds. Okay.
All right, so 2 AP2, so 2 AP1, and then AP4.
2 3-ups. Okay, it's down to 1.
Yes, sir.
Oh.
And then
4-ups.
4 4-ups. This would be crazy. I mean, it wouldn't be.
I believe that you can do it.
Oh! No.
Exactly half, math.
Wasn't even close. Get out of there, Terminator. He also would have needed to survive a charge
not
from
doing any
Jade
charges,
Czar,
that's
which is
it.
similarly
So
unlikely.
let's finish your scoring.
Yeah,
Before-
so I will get 3, but the direct assault doesn't even matter because I've already maxed primary.
And then no prisoners is 1 2 3 4 5 6.
Yeah, I killed 9, 12, 15 wounds, I think, that turn.
28. 28. No, that doesn't make sense. There's only 35. So it's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Yeah, no, you've killed. So there's 28 dead Terminators overall. So that's 28 times 3, plus the 2.
2, yeah.
So that's 30. So that's 90. So that's 10 points.
Okay, I was short myself some wounds then.
Right? I revived 2.
I believe so, yeah. Because you revived 1 turn 1, and I believe you revived 1 turn 3 or 4.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so I'm at 10 points on no prisoners, and I'm not getting my other 4 on Auckland.
Yep.
So
So you get 86.
I have myself at 88 right now. 15, 10, 8 for my secondaries,
15 10 8.
and then I've got 45 on primary.
And that's not 86?
So I let my phone do the math. So
Yeah. So I thought oh no, I didn't have you max. For some reason you weren't max yet. All right, 88.
Yeah, it would be weird if
All right, so let's see what I
5
can
plus
score.
3 was 6. That's not how math works.
So I'll score 1 banner right now, and then 1 banner at the end, and then 5 on Stubborn Defiance.
okay, you're just maxing that. Nothing I can do there.
Yeah.
And I killed 1, 2, 3.
So we are
3
still
units.
22 points separate.
Grind.
Yeah, so it's
So
gonna
we
be
could
tough.
max
So how many do you have
1,
me on
2,
grind
3, 1,
I have
2,
you at 6 on
3,
grind right now.
1, 2, 3. And that
So I
would
could get-
be close, but no cigar. So we would need another 4 points on banners, which is literally impossible at this stage. So I think that we can call the game like we talked about last turn. You'd have to do this in order to cap
So
it.
I maxed
but
Stubborn.
That's not going to happen.
Yeah, that's easy.
And then,
So I was never coming for that point.
right, this guy comes over here.
That corner is yours.
Actually,
Unfortunate
does
for
he
Bob.
come over or does Ezekiel come over?
But I think a good game has been played.
So these guys are going to come
Yeah, I don't see any other way to get additional points. Squeeze additional points out of this game state chat. Can't grind them down in additional time. And we're not going to put more than 4 extra banners down.
So if you shut down
in
OPSEC,
fact, we
I'm
can't
like
put any
Guardians,
additional
you'll
banners.
control 2.
Yeah, and then what I'm gonna try to do here, I'm gonna take.
So, Chad, I think we're going to go ahead and
move here.
call that game where it stands. So I think by way of wrapping up the remainder of the event, we can go through some of the other armies that are doing particularly well. Let's see if any additional scores have been submitted. If I can get my Best Coast pairings back, give it a little refresheroo. Looks like a lot of them actually have been submitted. So if you look at our placings, our undefeated players so far, Ramses Al-Qaid with all 3 close to perfect scores, 97, 90, 94. And Daniel Wolmuth, Ramses and Ian, I think the 2 exemplars of Hail of Doom Aeldari. Daniel Wolmuth with a really interesting Yanari list. digging pretty deep to bring Corsairs and Drukhari alongside his aeldari, but also with the classic Ynnari characters pre-nerf. They are going to get a little bit of a points bump. But I think also post Hail of Doom, Ynnari is going to be one of the strongest Asuryani sub-factions or aeldari sub-factions moving on into the future. And this game will also put the Ian's Hail of Doom into undefeated. So I think all of our undefeated is going to be Hail of Doom aeldari, unfortunately. Now, Steve Prampreen and Dan Wilmoth had a super close game last round. They actually played in round 2 and with a 7-point differential, but that was with Steve playing Engage on All Fronts instead of Stranglehold. He said, I think he had scored low on Engage on All Fronts, but would have scored higher on Stranglehold if he had taken it. And he elected not to because he's practicing for Nakhmund, or for Nephilim events, excuse me. So were this game to be replayed using the Nakhmund rules, he would probably have won it. But some interesting interactions occurred. He told me that the Incarn, using its auto-hitting ranged weapon, automatically targets every enemy within 6, meaning that if it ever makes an attack with that within 6 inches of a Sigil of Exigence Nemesis Grandmaster, which is Steve was playing in his Grey Knights list, then it automatically triggers the Sigil of Exigence and lets the Grandmaster redeploy. Meaning that at one point during that game, Daniel did actually trigger that interaction and triggered a Sigil of Exigence redeploy on the Grandmaster, who redeployed and did massive damage to Daniel's army. Were that game to be replayed, I guess, I'm not sure that interaction would happen again, but pretty interesting there. But congratulations, I mean, all aeldari players, top undefeated bracket here. A little bit interesting. I think we saw, let's take a look down here. Robert Davis, our Tyranid player from last round, has actually tied 2 games. He did lose against Ben Swain's Imperial Knights, but had a 74-point tie against Bloody Rose Adeptus Sororitas round 1, and then tied against Tyler Russo's Revenant Titan that we watched in the first game, 81-81 in that last game. Absolutely wild, but I can definitely envision that the Sonic Lance just blitzing Carnifexes off the table, not caring about their damage reduction because it's just mass AP1 attacks. And with the limited threat range that the Carnifexes have without Onslaught, you can sort of keep it at distance of them and slowly pick apart that army. Not to mention the fact that I think it is a pretty good shot that the Revenant Titan kills one in melee every turn as well, which is pretty exciting. So some interesting results there. X and 1. Looks like we do have Ben Swain going down in his final game there. We also have Casey Glenn with Ynnari at X and 1. Steve Pampreen with Grey Knights, like we just talked about. Bradley Flagg with an interesting, it's a mixed Knights list. And we actually talked about this on Tactical Tuesday this past week. It is unfortunately getting probably murked by the Nephilim rules, but it's a super interesting build of list. I wonder if we can, we can just take a look at the list. Perfect. It's a super interesting build of list that has been arising post Imperial Knights release that brings a Grey Knights detachment alongside an Imperial Knights detachment bringing 3 Armiger Helvrins. So the downside of Grey Knights oftentimes is that you lack the super long range firepower, and you're kind of relying on Nemesis Dread Knights, potentially with the Tide of Convergence to extend their weapon range. And that doesn't shoot super far, and it doesn't oftentimes put a ton of pressure on your opponent, whereas the Armiger Helverins absolutely do. So they're able to sit on, almost literally one side of the table and fire to the other side of the table, which is not something that Grey Knights have had access to before because it broke their Tides of the Warp, which was sort of integral to how the army played. So now not having to worry about that, Grey Knights, that is because, of course, they are an agent of the Imperium. Grey Knights with a really cool, interesting build that, unfortunately, Warzone Nephilim gonna say goodbye to, I think, momentarily here. Good stuff today so far, chat. I think we've had good games all day on stream. So I want to thank everybody for hanging out with me. Tyler Russo's there. He's from Southern California. I know. He traveled quite a ways, but he does have a bunch of friends in the area. So he's good friends with the TOs. So I think he travels to go to their events and hang out with them, is my understanding. But also, big shout out to Tyler Russo's YouTube channel, $1 Billion Clown Farm. You can go check them out. He's a super funny content creator for all sorts of different war hamster sort of stuff. And it was nice to have him on the stream this morning. So that was a good time. Yeah, otherwise, I guess it's going to be sort of the Eldar show tomorrow. And we will awkwardly end with 3 undefeated, so there is a potential for a pair down. And we might watch that game because it will determine sort of the outcome of the final game as well. We'll see how interesting the final pairing ends up looking like. It does look like, I think, Ian is going to end with an 88, we said, this game. So he's going to have 254 points. So he will be below Daniel. So Ian's actually going to get the pair down. So we could see Ian play against Omar. Or, depending on one of these, if we get like 100 in here, we'll not beat Omar, yeah. So Ian, I believe, will be locked into playing against Omar this coming round. So that could be interesting. We got some Chaos Knights in there versus Eldar. Could watch that, or we could watch the exciting Eldari mirror match. I don't know, up to you, chat. Didn't know he had an internet presence? Yeah, absolutely. He has a big old channel and stuff. Go check him out. All right. Anyway, I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the stream there, chat. Thanks everyone for watching, and we will go a rating. I think a rating we will go. Let's just check in with our final game here before we call it a day.
And then, yeah, I don't think it'll make a difference, but might as well play the points out. So, yeah, no CP, right?
They're actually
Not
just
yet.
pushing
And how
in on
many
the
wounds do you have?
bikes. I think. Oh yeah, that already scored the secondary, the Dark Angel secondary, and that's objectives locked, I believe, because the objectives are sticky. So we just need to try to grab those center objectives, but I don't believe that there's a way that Paul gets to the top left objective to get his 12 on primary. I believe that's locked out. Plus, Janzar's OPSEC, so he would have to get multiple models there anyway, and there's no way to do that. Unfortunate for Dark Angels, but I'm definitely outmaneuvered is certainly the name of the game there. All right, chat. Let's find somebody to raid as we sign off today. We'll raid. We'll give Frontline a nice raid. How's that? I'm going to be live tomorrow. We should be live at 11 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time with the semi and final rounds of the GT today. So thanks for watching. I think we get some good games here. Daniel Wilmoth is bringing a super cool list. We'll probably get him on stream at least once and watch the Incarn, bounce around the table quite a bit. But otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and leave you with Frontline Gaming. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out. And remember to keep it classy, folks. Have happy wargaming, and I'll see you tomorrow.